Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Turnabout podcast. I'm your host. For my 18th birthday, I spent all of my money on Glossier, and I still have the Glossier product, Lucie.
And I am indeed looking for a driver who is qualified. So if you think that you're the one, please step into my ride.
Perfect.
And I'm here too. Hello. Thomas is back.
Welcome back, Thomas.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here again.
And who are you, Thomas?
I am Grossberg's hemorrhoids.
Are you doing the
You
Harlem
are?
Shake?
I'm doing the Harlem Shake, baby.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
We're back in 2012.
Let's hope that thingy. What? Oh God! Sorry, everyone. My brain is dead. Let's hope that Grossberg's hemorrhoids are left back in 2012 as well.
Yes,
There
alongside
we
the
go.
Apocalypse and the Gangnam Style.
Yeah, let's just get rid of
I
it.
was going to say, this bitch did not wait for us to introduce her, but
Thomas
after
jumped
the
right
subs
I
she
jumped
got
in.
us, after the subs she got us, and the views, madam, Mr. Thomas can be the CEO of Turnabout Podcast, and I wouldn't even fucking complain.
Oh yeah, I
Mr.
didn't wait to be
Thomas.
introduced because I feel like I'm important now, you know?
You are. You definitely are. You don't need to wait for your turn.
No,
You
I won't be
are-
doing that.
The third co-host, after all. We've discussed this at length.
Yep. I'm the only co-host. I'm replacing you guys after this episode.
We are your
Sorry.
guests.
You're
We are
welcome
your
today, my
guests.
guests. Ari and Lucy, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Stop. So
I was actually
Thomas is
thinking-
back.
I
Yeah.
was actually thinking today, what if we tell Thomas to keep posting Turnabout Podcast episodes while we're gone for August?
Excellent. You just take over the channel. That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Channel takeover by Thomas G. Docs.
So
Yeah,
exciting.
it'll be me, and then I'll have on the guest, the person who said that they have a German perspective. Who I've seen. I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name because I know you've tweeted at me a bunch, and I've seen your replies, and I know you from before that one reply. Just if they're listening, hello.
Thank you everyone for leaving wonderful comments after finding us out, and
Especially my one. Mine was the best comment.
We read them
being-
all
Yeah.
15 of them,
super nice.
and they were really nice. It was super sweet to read that. So thank you so much, and welcome back if you're just joining us. For people who don't know what it is, this is a Ace Attorney podcast, and this is the second time we have our guest over, Thomas Game Docs, and we're very excited to discuss all things Ace Attorney with him.
Absolutely.
Be sure to subscribe if you're tuning in, because there's
Aw.
more of these coming up.
course.
Thank
Phil,
you.
it is free.
And spoiler alert.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We'll be
Spoiler
spoiling
ahead.
all Ace Attorney, except DGS. No, if you haven't played DGS, obviously it's not out. Don't worry.
We
haven't played it either. So
Yeah,
If you've played DGS, you are macaroni. But also, I kind of had this idea for this episode being an April-May themed episode. Since
we should have
you-
dressed up like her.
yeah.
Since you've expressed
Interest.
yes.
Yeah.
But we thought about something else, basically. Because you haven't watched our previous episodes.
No,
before
I
you,
listened to a bit of it, but no, I haven't. I'm ashamed to admit I have not yet been through the
You're a
back catalogue.
Turnabout podcast
Shady.
version.
I'm. Yeah. This is
We're
you
gonna
guys
take
are
your
taking my
V-card.
virginity live on
Yeah.
podcast.
Absolutely.
So we thought we'd kind of make an all-stars season of an episode where we picked our favorite questions from, because also subsequently this is our 30th episode.
Oh, that's cool.
Happy birthday, babe.
Yes, happy birthday, 30 episodes in. So we chose the best of Turnabout podcast, and we want you to answer these questions.
Yes.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
the cream of the cream. La crème de la crème.
La
So,
creme de la creme.
Aris, I'll give you the honor.
Oh, we're starting right off. Okay. And of course, feel free to stray off.
I probably
Yeah.
will do that even by accident. I'm not very good at staying on
Absolutely.
topic.
Absolutely, you will. So, my first question, which is something very dear to me, is which is your favorite and least favorite animal from the series?
Okay.
We can name them if you want.
What's the probably Missile. I mean, Missile, I feel like it's a classic. It comes back. It's in Ghost
It's
Trick.
in Ghost Trick. Ah,
Yes, it's a significant character in Ghost
yeah.
Trick.
Very
And
important.
Shu Takumi, in case people don't know, creator of Ace Attorney, had a real life dog called Missile. So
Absolutely, he did.
The
I feel
real
like-
life inspiration.
yeah, I feel like Missile has depth. You know, like not to diss Shu the cat from Justice for All, but
That is my favorite one.
I do feel like Missile has more depth though.
What about you, Lucy? I know we've answered these before,
I think
but
it was Missile as well. He has also two animations which I love. He has the normal picture and then the one where it goes like "Grr."
The
I love
terrifying
this one
one.
so much. It expresses so much of how I feel. I really like that. I think Missile, he's in Ghost Trick, he comes back and he's a very important part of the story. But I know for you, Shu takes the cake.
I will
So-
say Shu is the first one that came to my mind. Like I did think of Shu first. Polly the parrot, iconic as well.
A
absolutely
great one as
Polly the
well.
Parrot.
There's the monkey in Turnabout Big Top. I'm trying to think of
Oh,
all
Money
of
the
them.
Monkey. That with
Money
the
the monkey.
kind of
the
annoying.
Alligator. In
Oh yeah,
Investigation 2.
Oh, I didn't remember the alligator. Oh no, I think I
In
do.
the prison
the
one.
one that they
Yeah.
hide the murder weapon in.
I will say
Yeah.
I kind of blocked out all of Investigations too. I don't know why I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
It
So
just
what about
and the lion, the important lion who like killed
Regal?
the guy.
No, Regal is I think Regent the tiger and
Oh,
Leon
that was
the
it.
lion.
Yeah. Oh, and then the stupid. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to. I know you guys like Turnabout Aquarium or whatever it's called. It's fine, but I don't like the it's just orcas. I think they're annoying.
Orla.
Or
I just feel like they've done interrogating an animal with Polly the parrot, and it made more sense. Like the idea of defending an orca in court. I just don't have time of day for it.
So-
Don't care.
Would you say that the orca is your worst? Is your least favorite?
Orcas
I think
are
that-
cool.
I can't disassociate the character from the case, and I can't dissociate the case from the game. It just, I don't know. The case was probably the best case in Dual Destinies, but I still thought it was mediocre at best.
Okay. What about you, Lucy?
My least favorite animal?
Yeah.
I think it's Money the monkey. He was just annoying.
But that was the charm.
No.
The charm of what?
He
And didn't it
stole
make
stuff.
Didn't he go into the thing?
That annoyed me even more.
What the fuck was that?
That was the monkey sound.
That was a great
That
monkey
sounded
sound,
like
to be honest.
farts.
No.
What?
kind of
You need
farts
to
are
go
you
to the
producing?
doctor.
Okay,
Iris is
that sounds
severely
like
sick.
yeah, that sounds like farts after having Taco Bell.
That sounds
Oh
like
my
farts
God.
after Grossberg's hemorrhoids.
Oh my god.
To be honest, everything about the hemorrhoids in that game made me afraid of having hemorrhoids as a kid. That would be one of my concerns. It sounds scary.
I feel like Grossberg did not it didn't fit. He didn't suit him. He could not pull it off.
Yeah.
The hemorrhoids thing.
He did not like them. He did not get along.
I think he just needs to learn to like, you know, be more open, be more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Flexible to the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
And
he's the
maybe
kind of guy
sit
where. Yeah, sit
differently.
differently. Cross your
Yeah.
legs. Kneel.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think he can cross his leg.
I don't know if kneeling is allowed in court anyway. He might get thrown out.
Yeah. Maybe like a wheelchair or a cushion.
Yeah, I think a cushion, you know, like one of those things like that looks like the stuff you put around your neck during a flight. He could sit on that. It will leave a nice gap.
Wait, no, that's a neck brace. That's when you get in a car crash. That's
No,
not to
the
do with
thing
hemorrhoids.
you sleep in an airplane, like the cushion
Poor,
for your
poor
neck.
fucking Grossberg. He's got hemorrhoids. Now he's getting in a car crash. I mean, he's
It
been
is
through it
very
all.
much. It is very much the hemorrhoids episode. I was also
Yes.
thinking of that meme video of someone who's turning on that stool and it breaks into like.
Yes.
Can you imagine if that happened to Grossberg?
I would be terrified.
If that happened to Grossberg, he would literally bleed.
Oh, don't. No one is going to listen to this episode. They're all going to turn off.
No, it is not made for kids, besties.
Yeah, we should have given an end. I did that on my community post when I posted about the last episode because I was like, there are probably kids who follow my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I should probably give a warning.
Okay, so Olga, the
Yeah,
or-
who's
or-
your least favorite, Aris?
Yeah. Look, I am very much a dog person. I love them to bits. I would rather I don't know, endure pain than see a dog go through anything. But that fucking I'll be your guide's dog.
Oh, I
if
know.
I catch that shit in my hands.
I was so worried you were going to say missile.
No, but absolutely not missile.
That's what I was thinking.
Like the top ones for me are like Shoe, Missile, and also I really like Torpedo the penguin.
Oh, that was a great penguin.
Is that from that aquarium case? I don't really remember.
Yeah. It was
Because
a penguin wearing a backpack.
Lucy kept saying that it reminds her of like Temtem from
Evangelion.
Evangelion. So
Oh, I've never seen Evan. That's one of the things I really need to get around
It's
to watching.
really good.
so good. But yeah, the worst ones are definitely I think it's called Shadow, like
The hedgehog.
SHAD, like SHA''DO, yeah, Shadow. And
Who is that? Is that the dog?
it's I'll be your guide's dog
Why is it
You
called
don't
Shadow?
like that dog?
because he's in the shadows when he won't stop yapping before it's revealed that he's in the backpack.
But he's so
And-
cute.
I don't know, it got on my nerves because I'll Be Your Guide was the owner.
Are you
kinda
not an
wanted
I'll Be
to-
Your Guide fan?
Girl, just so I give you context, in an earlier episode I think I said, oh yeah, we were discussing what the death penalty in Korean is. Is it like beheadment? What is it? Because I wanted to see I'll Be Your Guide go through it.
He's not that bad. He's like boring, but I feel like he's not actively offensive.
Miss Maya entrusted him with showing Phoenix around, and the first thing he does is like literally betray Phoenix in trial, like in court. He can.
Wait, what does he do?
He's like, no, don't represent me. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
goes against Phoenix because like he's a lawyer.
I've completely wiped out. Clearly, I've wiped out Spirit of Justice from my memory because it's like
I don't.
it's like I'm experiencing all of this for the first time.
I don't blame you.
He's
But
even
yeah.
the dog's even on the game's poster. I'm just looking at the game's poster. Both I'll Be Your Guide and his dog are on the poster. That just feels unnecessary.
It is unnecessary. Oh, and also it's not in the least favorite ones, but oh, you sent
I
it?
sent the poster. Is he in the bottom left?
Yeah,
my God.
that's that little redhead dog.
But also the fucking Dogen's dog is scary.
Oh, he's
Oh yeah, I remember
terrifying.
that.
Yeah, that was scary. But other than that, whatever. Yeah. So, Lucy, it's your turn. Oh, also, credit given, be credit is due. And also the dog in Turnabout Storyteller who ate the murder weapon, the, like, soba, which was used to kill Typhoon Tornado. Props to you, girl.
I have no memory of this.
Me neither.
Don't you remember how the clown lady disposes of the murder weapon?
No.
I think
This
she either
case
buries
is a big
it.
blur of abomination in my mind.
She either feeds it to the dog or buries it somewhere in the yard, something like that.
Oh, I do. Yeah, like you got it. Like showed a shot whether you could see the kennel or something.
Yes, it did.
Ah, I have the picture. I will show it. Can
That
you see it?
is the one.
That's
Look
the
at that
dog.
that good dog.
What did you Google in case for people who are listening?
Dog Turnabout Storyteller.
I'll put the
There
image
you
up.
go.
Yeah,
I'll put
pretty
the image up.
straightforward.
Oh, he's such a good dog.
He's really
Disposing
cute.
of Typhoon Tornado's murder weapon. But yeah, Lucy, it's your turn.
My first question is, who do you ship in the game, and who's your 1-2 pairing?
Yes.
My favorite pairing by far is Clavier and Apollo. I just
Not
prefer them.
Phoenix and Edgeworth?
I like them a lot, but I don't know. I'm not as keen on them. I feel like they're too obvious. I just think Clavier and I just prefer the dynamic between Clavier and Apollo. Like I love the dynamic of like they start out kind of like not liking each other that much, and then they kind of, and then I like that Clavier is kind of like teasing Apollo, and then I don't know. I just feel like it could lead to romance.
To be fair, it's not like a toxic relationship. Like, I think most times it's like two characters being awful to each other. Like, no, I don't want to see them in a relationship. Clavier is a good dude. Like, I would see him with Apollo. They're like, it's not an awful relationship. I could see them together.
Clavier could 100% be with Apollo because, like, literally, like, the ship between Edgeworth and Phoenix is, like, kind of like the rivalry. It stems from, like, also the, like, tension between the, like, the rivalry of, like, oh, they're, like, attorney and prosecutor. But Clavier literally doesn't give a shit about his job. Like, he just hands Apollo the wins whenever, like, the case is almost over. He's like, sure, I can see that. So I can see them together. But Apollo would be the bottom.
Yeah. Also, though, I like the fact... I'm not trying to... I like the fact that... I like the fact that Apollo does not give a shit about Clavier's music. You know, like, he hates it. I just feel like there would be so many, like, fun situations that could arise from those two dating.
I feel like that's what would, like, Clavier would like about him. Like, he wouldn't treat him any differently because of his music. Like, he just doesn't.
He's not a fan.
He's not a fan.
Yeah.
Apollo is very uncool. Like, I feel like Apollo is kind of a dork.
For sure.
I kind of want to see Gaviners recording a music video and Apollo being at the shoot and not caring and being bored. So that's your ship?
I guess, yeah. I mean, there's obviously, like, a bunch of couples you could do, but I just feel like they're my favorite. Like, I mean, I feel like Phoenix and Edgeworth are the closest you're going to get to canon in terms of shipping an Ace Attorney. Unless you count Maggie Bird and Gumshoe, but we've talked before about our feelings on that as a duo.
Not. No.
I don't know. Again, I think they could be sweet as an old couple.
Who?
Maggie and Gumshoe. I don't know. Maggie is annoying in the present day, but I feel like she has room to grow.
In my fantasy bestie Thomas game docs, Maggie Bird does not live to be old.
You just want to kill everyone.
Aris!
I mean, I kind of do.
I think you're going to need Phoenix Wright to defend you in court if you go on like
So
that.
true. For legal
Probably.
reason, he's joking.
Yeah, just jokes, guys. This is comedy.
Oh, thanks for the dog pic.
Yeah,
He's
just
such
so you
a
have
cute
it.
little dog. So yeah, I do want her dead. Like Maggie Bird and Juniper Woods, definitely electric chair.
Or they could be. Oh no, actually, the age difference. Because how old would
Ew.
Maggie Bird be?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Maggie
but then
Bird
you're
would
just
be,
getting
like,
two annoying characters out the
35?
way.
Yeah.
And how old's Juniper
No,
Woods? 17.
I'm not shipping them.
No, but I'm saying that if you did, then they would just be dealt with. And then they could be happy.
He's got a point.
No.
You just want
I
to see them
wouldn't be
suffer.
happy. I would not be satisfied. So, what about you, Lucy?
What? My favorite ship.
No, wait. What about you, Bestie Sock?
That is very much my nickname. As like lame as it sounds, as an 8-year-old, I shipped Phoenix and Iris very much.
I get that.
Like, the end was so cute, and I was just like, I've always had a crush on Phoenix, and I really liked Iris, and I was like, ah! And then I spent hours making fake little trials where they would like go on with their days, and when I was a kid, I played only halfway through Apollo Justice, and I had created this theory in my mind that Trucy was both of their daughters, and I had because it would have meant that Phoenix had him when he was 18 and at the time he was dating Iris and stuff, so I had convinced myself she was and she wasn't. But yeah, I think that's my favorite ship. I'm very sentimental about it. I know it's not the best ship. I think nowadays, if I had discovered it now, I think it would have probably been Phoenix Edgeworth. But for old time's sake, it's probably Phoenix and Iris.
I think it's more interesting. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's too obvious. But I feel like Phoenix and Edgeworth. I'm kind of over it. Like I'm not saying I would want if a game canonized any relationship. Obviously, I would want it to be those two.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not I'm not interested in seeing fan art of those two or whatever.
It's
just
the OG one.
Yeah, it's fine. It serves its purpose, but we need more interesting pairings now, you know. And
Yeah.
Iris, I don't know. I feel like if Phoenix couldn't be with Edgeworth, I feel like Iris is an obvious other pick.
Yeah,
I feel like Phoenix is our bi king.
Phoenix,
Yeah, they are. I mean, they
definitely.
dated. They canonly dated.
And at the end, they both obviously still had feelings for each other in the games. And I don't know, Trials and Tribulation is such a great game. The fact that this storyline comes from it, I feel like it was really well weaved into the story. And it felt very natural. And the twist ending of finding out that it was Iris all along, I loved it. It made me have little butterflies in my heart, and I liked it.
What about Investigations 3, if they ever make it, since it's set in the original timeline, shows how Edgeworth got jealous of Iris and killed her.
You
Don't
just want to stop
do
killing
this.
everyone.
Don't touch
I'm sorry,
Iris.
I'm happy you acknowledge it's not the best ship, because it's hetero.
It's very straight. I've watched one of those videos, what your Ace Attorney ship says about you, and for Iris and Phoenix was you're straight. It's very hetero and very vanilla, I think. It's very a bit bland, but I don't know.
But there's a place for that.
It's so sweet. It's very sweet. It's very
There's a
cute.
place for that, and it
It's
is
like-
very much in Penny Nichols' mind.
No!
It's like when you go into the ice cream store, they have different
Yeah.
flavors. They always have vanilla. People want vanilla
Exactly.
sometimes.
Vanilla is a good flavor. It's not the best, but it's a sweet and nice and classic flavor. That's how I feel about this ship.
Aris, you go into an ice cream store and you want broccoli flavor ice cream.
Girl, you...
Damn.
Okay, that is
You'd be
literally me though.
surprised. He has extreme taste. Aris would take the most random things on the menu and he'd be like, that was disgusting. I was like, yeah, what did you expect? It was it sounded weird.
That is literally me. I will
likes to
never
try
pick
out
the
things.
safe option.
What
ever.
ship would you go with in Ace Attorney then?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, Simon Keyes and Horace Knightley.
I knew it was going to be something
we've talked
stupid.
Stupid. Bitch. There's this artist we almost mention like almost every episode,
Yeah.
and I think she was our first artist ever,
Freshwater
almost
Pirates.
30 weeks ago at this point. Freshwater Pirate. She did this AU where Simon Keyes is in the prosecutor's office and his detective is Horace Knightley. That literally, like, I was in love with them as a couple before, but this, it just, like, if something ever happened, I wish it was that in the series.
Horace
that's what I
Knightley
wanna
is
see.
so ugly, though.
Stop! You said this last episode as well.
That's like the only thing I remember about him. Did he die or is he alive? I can't even remember.
He died in the
prison.
second.
Good.
In
Good.
prison Turnabout. Not good.
He's ugly. He is just uninteresting.
He's a jock.
No, I hate him.
No.
If I ran
yeah.
a restaurant, I would not let him in my restaurant.
You wouldn't?
No, he's too scary looking.
Oh my god, that is
Okay,
restaurant
girl, you have to decide. Is it
discrimination.
ugly or scary looking?
Both. Scary people
Shade.
don't. Scary people don't have to be hot. There's plenty of scary ugly people, and Horace Knightley is one of them. That's my hot take.
I am going to edit this out because, as we said last week, I do not respect anyone else's opinion apart from mine. Also, Ironic Snap, who is just for context, Thomas, he's my Tumblr mutual who we like brought on the podcast a couple of times. He reblogged the link to the video for last week's episode, and he added, "Nice to see someone else being bullied for a change." So yeah, it is very much Horace Knightley and Simon Keyes, and I'm so happy you both agree. So moving on, my next question is: pick a case where you had to switch the culprit and the defendant.
Wait, so I think that the defendant should have done it, and the. Okay, I think this is too high level a question for me.
What? You
No,
just
okay,
have
okay,
to
okay,
pick
okay.
like a case where you wanted to represent the person who was found guilty and the person who you defended was actually.
Oh god, so many cases. Okay, okay, I don't. Well, I wish that I don't wish that Will Power did the crime in that case, but I wish that the woman didn't. I wish the woman didn't, because I like her.
Vasquez?
Yeah, she was cool. I wanted her
She's
to
a
return.
queen.
Her name.
We love her.
She was-
woman.
Well, look, it was ages ago, and she's in prison. I don't know how am I meant to remember. She was one of the most badass characters from that first game.
D. Vasquez.
Absolutely, she's such a boss. Like, so yeah, you want to see Will Powers go to jail?
No, that's the thing. That I don't want Will Powers. Like, he's quite lovable as well. God, I don't know. I'm trying to think through. There's so many cases. I don't know. Eenie Meenie, I kind of like her.
Oh.
But you want Maya to go to jail?
I didn't think about that.
Your actions
Okay,
have consequences,
give-
Thomas.
Give Thomas time to think. Give Thomas
this
time
is-
to think. Lucy.
Is every
Yeah.
time I mention one, I'm gonna like end up sending someone I like to jail?
Yeah, I have one that I would like to see.
Yes.
I would switch Recipe for Turnabout.
Yes,
Have
me
Fleur
too.
Tigre as our defendant.
Yes.
And Maggie Bird as
Yes.
the culprit. I feel
Thank
like it'd
you.
be so much fun defending Fleur Tigre.
Fury
I feel like
Tigre would be
it'd
really fun to defend.
infuriating. Like the man trying to it would be loads of fun.
Absolutely. Oh,
And Maggie Bird goes to jail, so
yes.
best
Finally.
case scenario.
Oh my god. Even if the defendant was Maggie Bird and like the culprit was like Mo, I would rather defend Mo and see Maggie Bird go straight to jail. That's like my dream fantasy. But also the stolen turnabout.
I was thinking that, but
Oh,
I don't know. I like little curly haired dude.
Ron Delight.
I like him.
Those are fighting words, bestie. Because I know I just said I don't respect anyone else's opinion, and that sounds very bad. But like, if I'm being serious, that is legit one of the most infuriating characters to me.
Really?
Girl, I'm playing the case now, and literally, when you have this hot ass wife that I turned straight for at home, she went to look at me's office and brought the bag back for you. Like, she did everything for Ron not to go to jail, and then Ron at the end of the case is like, no, it's me, take me in, I'm the thief. Like, I was like, I'm gonna like strangle him. Poor Desiree.
He's obviously gay as well.
Oh, definitely.
Just to put that out there.
A beard.
Doja Cat bottom bitch. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Poor Desiree.
But I don't know. I like him, and also Luke at Me was like a fun villain, but I don't actually want. I don't want him to be innocent. He's an idiot. He's annoying.
It's too weird. I would not like to watch and look at me like search history. I think he has some fucked up shit. I think he's very weird.
I feel like most Ace Attorney characters have like fucked up search history though.
Absolutely. Actually, it's one of the questions later on. But
is it?
It is. About a certain character which I have an obsession with.
Oh,
Don't
my
say
fucking
who.
God.
And also for your consideration, switching culprit and defendant in Turnabout Academy.
Oh, Juniper Woods.
Juniper Woods gets the electric chair, and we can represent a Greek statue.
He was. I didn't like him.
I didn't like him either, but he did have a cool design.
He had
The
more
end
like
justifies the means.
he had more of a personality than Juniper Woods.
The end justifies the means. If we forget that he's an asshole, the means, the end is that like he looks like a Greek statue and he has an awesome design.
The dark age of the law. Take a shot every time the dark age of the law is mentioned in Dual Destinies. You'd be passed out.
You'll have alcohol poisoning. 100%.
It's so.
So Thomas, what is your like final?
I don't
answer?
know. I think I'd leave most of them alone. I don't know. I don't disagree with their decisions generally. I'm trying to think if there's anyone that I would. I don't know. Most of the people that I like are not in jail, so.
We invite you on this podcast. You make us guests, and now you don't even answer our questions.
Sorry, I refuse to answer this question.
Oh
I think it's a waste of my time. I think it's a bad question.
Vasquez.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that memorable of a name, apparently.
Well, I can't remember anyone's names. I don't remember my friends' birthdays, so it's really awful. I just have a bad memory.
Okay.
I got really freaked out like a few months ago that I had dementia, but I don't have dementia. But that's like, I just worry about everything. Anyway, next question.
Next question.
Yeah. Just thought I'd slide that in there.
Is, what do you think happens to Godot?
The game, I feel like the game implies he's dead. Because at the end, when it has that double screen illustration, you remember at the very end, Larry Butts does a drawing, and then he's with Mia, and it makes it look like he's dead. And honestly, in some ways, I'd rather he's dead, because if he wasn't dead, then they could bring him back, and that would just be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
They would just fucking destroy him as a character if they brought him back.
Ace Attorney 37, Godot is the king of Kurain.
Oh, do you think Apollo will be in Kurain in the next Ace Attorney game if they do another one?
I think so.
I don't want to see any more of that country though.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in Kurain, but then we don't go to. He isn't in it.
Please, just Apollo can be anywhere he wants as long as he's not in the game.
I'd rather follow Apollo than Phoenix at this point, though. Phoenix has nothing.
What?
Phoenix is done. His character has nowhere to go.
I'd rather follow fucking Laura Hart. at this point.
Do you not like Apollo?
Not.
No.
I mean, I prefer Phoenix for sure. Apollo
I think
is just. I don't
In
know. I feel like
the
he's running
game
his course.
Apollo Justice, I prefer him to I prefer Phoenix in like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I think. I don't know. Maybe not.
It's actually like real talk. It's actually really interesting because I've noticed you've referenced Apollo Justice a couple of times, and like it's kind of like unanimous language, like in our podcast. Like me and Lucy had a hard time playing that game. Lucy, I mean, obviously, like it kind of destroyed the game, like the entire perception she had of Ace Attorney when she was little.
Yeah, it was a hard
But like,
time.
so she like gave me her opinion before I played it, and honestly, like it didn't destroy it for me, but I get it. Like it was kind of sacrilegious.
I really like Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I think maybe I played it like obviously a long time after the fact. I don't remember. I think I might have known that Phoenix. Maybe I didn't know Phoenix was disbarred. I think when I played it, I was a bit like, oh, that's stupid. That's annoying. But like, I don't really remember how I felt. But now at least, I think that was kind of a better. I think that if they were going to do another 3 games, it would have made, especially if you asked them back then, I think it would have made way more sense to not have Phoenix just be like, okay, let's just do more stories with Phoenix.
Yeah, that's my main issue with the game.
agree.
It's that like they kind of like they wanted to introduce like new stuff, like the jury system, like the age gap, but why include Phoenix? I thought that was unnecessary. It made it like worse. And then I think like Turnabout Succession just was kind of like fan servicey because they were scared. Like, let's put Phoenix in it. Let's put like Gumshoe in it. Mike Meekins.
Why would they bring him back? And he's in
Yeah.
investigations. Why do Capcom love Mike Meekins? Because no one else loves him.
Mike Meekins definitely has a shady search history. But yeah, what do you think about Turnabout Succession? Since we're on the subject.
I don't think. For one, I don't think it's really the case with like the painters. There's lots of issues with Apollo Justice. Like, I don't think it's the perfect game at all. I mean, in terms of it kind of is hard to talk about my issues with that case without kind of touching on the whole game. Like, Apollo finds paintings in the studio of all his past cases that he's worked on in that game. He like discovers someone has painted like the La Miroir case at the concert. Someone painted the like Trucy knickers case or underpants case, whatever it's called. Someone painted the like Turnabout Trump. And then that never resolves. That's like, when you see that, you're like, oh my god, this is so like intriguing. Who is painting all of these? It never comes back to it. Like, there's lots in that game that never really gets fully explained, and that feels like it's like, when you play that, you're like, oh, it's so exciting, but then doesn't actually pay off, which is dumb. I think that Turnabout Succession, and also I think that whole case with like Vera and like Drew Studio and all of that, I think that like that isn't really like that grand of a setting for a final case. I think they could have picked somewhere better. But a big issue I have with it is that, and I really like Apollo Justice. I just want to, as you probably know, but I do have issues with it. Like I think it's badly laid out. Like, I think that it's bad that you play Phoenix getting disbarred after you already know he gets disbarred. I think that would have worked 100 times better if that was like at the beginning of the game or like early on in the game before you find out Phoenix gets disbarred, because if you didn't know he gets disbarred, you would have like played that case like Phoenix. You would have like presented the forged evidence, and then you wouldn't have known it was forged, and then you would be like, oh my god, of course it was forged, this random little girl gave it to me, and you would have felt like Phoenix in that moment. But because you already know he gets disbarred, it's really obvious that as soon as she gives you the evidence, you know it's forged, and you stop feeling like Phoenix, because as soon as you have to present the evidence, like, you don't want to, you don't feel like you're Phoenix. You feel like, I don't want him to present this evidence, but I know I have to make the game keep going. I think it would have worked so much better if you got blindsided, you got caught out like Phoenix did. So I think that is a big issue I have with that. Because it's like the whole, when Ace Attorney is at its best, you kind of forget that you're playing a game. You feel like you're the character doing it. And that moment, more than any other one in the entire series, took me out of it, because I was literally like, I do not want to do this thing, but I know the only way to do it is to do the thing I don't want to do as the character. And lo and behold, it was like, oh no, you idiot, you presented forged evidence. I was like, I fucking knew it was forged, but I couldn't not present it because I want to finish this game.
Yeah.
So
it's frustrating.
That's an issue I have with it.
That's
I think
really
that
good analysis.
they should have moved it.
I completely forgot about the stuff with the like paintings in the beginning. Like, I just think that case was a like culmination of a badly planned game. Even like writing wise, when you reveal in the first case that the bad guy is Kristoff, then it's not a big shocker in the end that he comes back to be the bad guy. Like, that could have been kept as a big shocker, like having a mentor who is the bad guy instead
that would have been
like,
great.
It's always a prosecutor, like, they have connections to the like dark side. No, it's actually your mentor who is like Phoenix's peer.
That would have worked so much better.
Yeah.
After the trilogy resolved all of this like loose ends so well. I was so down for a soft reboot. Like, I wish like we could have a nice Apollo Justice game which doesn't have any ties to like the previous ones, like nice Easter eggs maybe or callbacks, but not like destroy Phoenix. Like, this man didn't lose a single case in his whole career, but now suddenly he loses to like Miss like Christina Aguilera looking Christoph, like Clavier Gavin sunglasses, Karen haircut mom thing. Like, no. And I don't know. I've said this a lot of times. I think like the game has some strengths which I adore. Like, I think it has the best animation in the entire series. Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, it is so beautiful to look at.
Pre-3D, but still like the original style, and the advancement of the years. Like, yeah, it's great.
Like, for example, Guile Dune. You'd never see that in the trilogy, but then it turns into ugly 3D afterwards. So, like, I really like that. And I liked, like, the modern era of, like, the court and, like, the justice system 7 years after. But, I don't know. I think Apollo, especially because they brought back Phoenix, always was kind of in Phoenix's shadow. You did point out last week that I've never noticed this before as well, that Apollo is very sarcastic, whereas Phoenix never was. I think that's very true. After you said it, I thought about it. But other than that, like, yes, he does, like, have a bit of cynicism, but at the end of the day, like, if that's your only trait, and, like, your fucking cords of steel, I don't care. You could probably can do great blowjobs, but why do I give a shit? And, like, your cynicism, like, because it's his only trait, it makes him come across as annoying and negative all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
but I will say, Apollo from Apollo Justice is just so different from Apollo Justice in games 5 and 6.
Yeah,
and it's really hard to like for example, I'm fine. Like in Apollo Justice, I'm fine was just a funny line. Like, it was just a joke. They just used it a couple of times. Like, haha, isn't it funny? He was like, he has to shout, I'm fine, to like calm his nerves. Haha. But then like every little character trait he had that in that game that was just like a one-off thing just to flesh him out got turned into something stupid into the new ones. Like they made I'm fine something like, you know, it was like, oh, that's how he copes with the trauma of being sent to boarding school. No, stop it.
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, to be fair, like, the thing is, Apollo, to me, and I know it's not a... The thing is, ever since we started the podcast, I've realized how many people genuinely love Apollo Justice, which surprised me with the fan art.
As a game or as a character?
As a game and as a character.
I love that.
Like, a lot of the people with, like, showed as a artist for our shoutouts, like, loads of people love it and make loads of really good fan art about it and create pictures, and I was like, oh, this is actually maybe a game that loads of people do love. So we'll be replaying it this summer with a fresh state of mind. But for me, like, the vision I have of Apollo right now is he's not very endearing to me. He's always kind of complaining, and they don't show him in a very positive light. Like, they never show him being excited for something or being really thrilled about something. It seemed he's always kind of complaining. Like, Trucy really balances him out nicely because she's so cheery. But it's like I find myself liking Trucy more than him. Does that make sense, Thomas?
It makes sense. Although I'm not Thomas, but but also adding on to your point, they also made being cynical and kind of nihilistic and complaining done right in the very same game with Emma. Like, she's always grumpy, but that's made in a like tasteful manner. Like, she's like snackooing everyone, but she's not the protagonist. And it's made in a way which is like, because you knew her from before, you see the change in her and you see her growing into a woman, like slowly kind of like merging Emma's personality with Lana's as she grows older. Like, she's not the cheerful like kid you met 9 years ago, but now she's like kind of like a merge between Emma and Lana as an investigator, because she never became like the scientist she wanted. She works for the like police force, and that's like interesting, but it's not constant nagging. So
I don't think that Apollo is necessarily always like nihilistic or like.
Yeah.
I see him as like, I saw this Twitter, so credit to whoever tweeted this, I'm sorry, I don't remember, it was like just a random thing I saw, but someone was like, Phoenix in the trilogy is like, he thinks he's the most normal person in the room, but he's not, whereas Apollo like thinks he's the most normal person in the room, and he probably is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you get to like Dual Destiny and Spirit of Justice and then ruin completely that by giving absurd backstory.
And also, his personality is like I don't know. I probably prefer. I also, Phoenix is really different in the new games, and I don't like Phoenix in the new games, so that kind of influences how if I play the trilogy, then I really like Phoenix. But Phoenix in the new games, it's like a dad. He's like old and like cringy, and he feels like he's trying to be like cool, but he's just too old.
Back pains.
Yeah, and I just don't like him in those games that much. I prefer I prefer Phoenix in Game 4 to Games 5 and 6 by a long shot.
He's just... What I didn't like about Phoenix in Apollo Justice is, like, he gives us false evidence in the first case ever. Like, it's so anti-Phoenix-like. He gives us, like, the fake card. And it's just, like... It's just not... It's a way of ruining the myth, the man, the legend for me. Like, Phoenix has come such a long way to be a good lawyer and an honest one, and that moment for me kind of ruins Phoenix in Apollo Justice. However, once again, I will be playing it again, and I'll give you my thoughts on it after that.
I think that it kind of, the moment, if you put it in context, which is like, Phoenix is, because in all 3 of the cases, or all 4 of the cases, including the last one, like, the killer I can't remember exactly all of the specifics for every single case, but like all of them are like crimes where you can't, if they were in the trilogy, you could not have proven that they did it. Like, there was in the first, and then it all leads up to Phoenix is then overhauling the legal system to bring in this jury system so that you can you can convict criminals where they previously would have been able to get away with it. So in the first case, the only way of proving that Clavier Gavin did it, because he perfectly did his crime, he left no evidence. The only way to do it is to use this forged evidence. And so it does go against Phoenix, but I think it's more that like he's realized that like the system is fucked up, and the only way to fix it is either to you know, be as bad as the people, is to lower yourself to the level of like forging evidence, or to fix the system.
I'm down with that idea, but just don't bring Phoenix back if that's what you're going to.
Oh, the game would have been better without Phoenix.
Yes.
But to be fair, Shutakumi didn't want to.
And make him the like antithesis of everything he stood for before. Like, I'm done with this whole game idea. Just leave Phoenix alone. Just bring in something new, someone.
I'm pretty sure that I think I read somewhere Shutakumi did not want to, and Capcom were like, hey, bring back Phoenix, please. And he was like, Okay.
I think that's why he brought Phoenix like this, kind of out of spite in a way. Like, oh, you want me to bring Phoenix back? Well, there he is. He's a homeless
Be
man playing
careful
the
what you wish
piano.
for.
I know, but
Like,
I don't know. I like Phoenix is so different. Like, yeah, he doesn't feel like Trilogy Phoenix at all in that game. But I prefer that to like in the modern ones where it feels like he's too old and like he does. It feels like he's like, you know, he's not. I don't mean he's like, wait, like there's nothing wrong with being as old as Phoenix is. He's not that old, but he feels like. It feels like when Maya's brought back, it feels like too much time has gone by for him to be acting exactly the same. It feels like he's like. It feels like the game is like, hey, you remember Phoenix? Like he cross-examined a parrot, haha, and there's Maya. Remember Maya? And oh, it's Phoenix. You love Phoenix. Come on, buy our game. Rather than like, oh, here's how the character would have evolved based on what happened.
I like what you said about like the forged evidence being presented, being tied to the jury system, but at the same time, like I know this is like the exactly anti-Lucie of what like, but like if you wanna introduce this Phoenix, then stick to it. Like have the balls to stick to it. Like it might have
1,000%.
backlash, but stick to it. Like stick to the Maison system. Stick like as bad as it might be, have the balls and stick to it. That shows decent writing. Like consistency is key. But don't tell me. And maybe like if they made like actually good writing decisions, then games 5 and 6 would be Apollo Justice 2 and 3. And you could have explained, oh, you know why he turned like this? It's not only because his badge, it's because Iris broke up with him. It's because, like, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you could
It
have
legitimately,
explained.
it makes me so sad to think of, like, what happened to the series. Like, if we, just imagining a world where we got an actual Apollo Justice 2 and 3, and, like, the story kept going. Because, like Apollo Justice does not really connect to Dual Destinies at all. Like, you start the game, he's just Phoenix is there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got my badge back, and I'm Phoenix again, and I'm wearing my blue suit. Look, it's me, Phoenix Wright." And nothing carries across.
The sudden confidence boost is not Phoenix. I'm sorry.
No, that's why he feels fake to me. It feels like it's like a random guy
fake.
wearing like a Phoenix suit, you know.
And I'll say like something which might sound very controversial, but it ties kind of into what you said before, that the best, when Ace Attorney is at its best, you feel like it's so immersive that it's you who's like playing. I think that says a lot in the way that when you're the protagonist of the game, you don't really have that much opportunity for exposition other than the banter. Whereas like with Maya, she's so colorful, and like because you see her sprites, you see her expressions, you're like going through the motions, seeing her go through the emotions. But like because it's also in first perspective, like the view is like you know, first person, then if it's easy for you to embody the character, then it means that there's not really a character to embody. It's you. It's not Phoenix or Apollo. That's why I think it's like both of them could be described as bland. Whereas like in court, they're just like, oh, the blue guy and the red guy. Like even in investigations, because it's in third person, they manage to like squeeze in a lot of like character like jokes about like making Edgeworth a still samurai fan and stuff like that. Wouldn't really like, I don't think that could be possible if it was investigations was in first person view. So yeah, like we can criticize that like Apollo or Phoenix are like bland, but I think it also depends on like the perspective.
Yeah, I really don't think that the modern game should have switched between so many characters. I think that really, I know that like in Trials and Tribulations, I think, yeah, I mean, you play as Mia a lot in that game, and like you play as Phoenix in some of the flashback cases of, or in that final parts of the final case of Apollo as well. But I think that,
Edgeworth.
yeah, but you still, oh, that's true, yeah. You still, there's there's a protagonist character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The modern ones, I think, because every case is a different character, you don't feel like one of them is you.
Exactly.
I think that takes you out of it quite a lot. I
It's
don't
too
know.
confusing.
And
Yeah.
like Phoenix might feel bland, Apollo might feel bland, but like because Phoenix also had like 3 games to be like fully on Phoenix, he was fully on the protagonist, then he goes through a lot of shit. Not like the regular stuff, but like getting close to Maya and then her leaving at the train station, that's like pretty emotional. And then her getting kidnapped and like the choice given at the end. Like the most development, again, because of perspective being first person versus third person view, is done in the court, where you're actually seeing Phoenix, the way he reacts and takes decisions. That's where the most development happens, even in Bridge, when he like confronts Dahlia's ghost.
Yeah.
But Apollo, he's like introduced in Apollo Justice, and then the other games are a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Like they have an entourage of a cast, so there's not really room for development. Again, I'm gonna like say it again once more. Dual Destinies had so much on its plate that it barely had any time to like develop any of its storylines. It was just show, don't tell. And it had the Dark Age of the Law, the introduction of Athena, the return of Phoenix, Apollo's backstory, introducing Black Will. It was way too much.
So it makes you wonder, why on earth would they set 2 of their 5 cases in the worst location ever, that stupid space station? I hated all of that stuff. I hated that entire case, or both of those cases, because it was, I guess, 2 separate. Technically, it was 2 cases.
And the Phantom. Now that you mentioned the space station.
Oh, he is the worst villain they've ever done by a long shot. Just terrible. I hate
Boobiana Fulbright.
I was spoiled before I finished that game, so I knew he was the villain. So that probably did affect the way I saw it. But
I had that with Callisto U.
Callisto U is so funny.
I had that with Simon Keys. The holy trinity of getting
I think
spoiled.
I did as well. I think I knew that, but yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
but
it's always
I think I might have
disappointing.
known that Dahlia came back as well, but that's not
Really?
so disappointing. Well, I think I'd already like played the first case, so like I knew she was a villain. And so it doesn't matter so much because she comes back in case 4 before she comes back in case 5. So it doesn't. But it was still like, God, spoilers! So hard to avoid them. I've been spoiled on some Conan stuff as well, and it's like,
I'm not even up to date. It's been so
well,
long.
let's not go too deep into Conan. But hey, if anyone's listening, you should go watch Detective Conan if you have about 1,000 free hours.
Absolutely.
I will.
If you do not value your free time, then you should get into Conan.
And the music is amazing.
Stop tempting me.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh my God, I love
it's
that.
Such a good theme song. It's so catchy. So the question was, what happens to Godot? And you've kind of answered that he passes away.
I think so. He's also probably the best villain.
What do you think, Aris?
He's not a villain, but...
Last week you said Dahlia bestie.
Oh, well, they're the same. I mean, they're not the same, but they're from the same game. Like, they're linked, you know.
Okay.
He's not... If you pick... The best villain is Dahlia, but, like, if you pick your favorite antagonist character, it's probably Godot.
Yeah, like an anti-hero.
Yeah. He's a bit... I know he's, like, sexist, so that's a bit, like...
He has one sexist line, and we...
No, well... He has a
it.
lot... I mean, he always calls women, like,
Has
kitten.
he?
He's very patronizing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, maybe he only says one thing that's explicitly sexist, but he's definitely more, like, he gives sexist vibes constantly.
it's
but,
so
like,
interesting how, like...
I don't want to defend him on that, but at least, like, there's something interesting about him not being perfect.
It's a bad taste.
Yeah, I
the
wish...
game in general is very...
Yeah.
I don't want to say misogynistic, but kind of anti-feminist at times.
I think Trials and Tribulations is probably the worst out of Shu Takumi's ones for that.
Kind of like
Feminist wise?
also like ages, women's ages in the games. Have you noticed?
Are there any older women?
We've discussed this in like in depth in another episode, but basically the ages throughout the series don't really make sense. Like, do you remember Dr. Young from Investigations 2, that dried old prune, which is like the grandma of Karen Jensen?
Wait, hang on. Let me do
Search it.
Give me a second to Google.
It's Dr. Young Investigations 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, so like she's obviously risen from the grave. She looks like she's a zombie, but apparently Damon Gunt is older than her.
No, oh my god.
And
like
he's
the
in the
way
best
they draw older women.
shape.
It's weird.
It's low-key humiliating. And like, especially when like Damon Gunt is supposed to be 65 in the best shape of his life, like literally bara titties out, like hot man. And Dr. Young is like not young.
Yeah, isn't like the judge, which is supposed to be like 100 years old, isn't that badly drawn? Like it's not.
No.
And I wish, like, I love Godot. First of all, I was gonna say, like, I think it's interesting how like the human brains work. Like, I totally forgotten about all the sexist stuff he said. Like, my brain blocks it out because I loved him so much. But I think there is a way of making a character like Ray without making like a sexist person. So I just wish they like figured that out, because it is frustrating. And especially, you're gonna tell me that a sexist man was engaged to Mia Fey?
Yeah.
Like, no, she would have not allowed this kind of thing.
I know, when you see them interacting, like, and it's one of the first times they've met, and he's constantly like, oh, kitten, and like, oh, like, are you going
about the kitten thing.
And doesn't he say like, oh, you're having a cat fight with Dahlia, something like that? It's just like, why would Mia date him? And it's a shame, because I like Godot other than that part about him.
The
I feel
worst
like it's
offense,
out of character.
Definitely. Like, he's so charming in every other way, and the worst offense is like in Bridge in the investigation, when he tells like Francisca to shut her trap or something, and like, Philly, know your place. What the fuck was that?
Wait, not to like get distracted, but on the topic of people not looking the age they are, Aris, this won't make any sense to you, but Lucie, you know Agatha from Conan?
Agatha?
Agatha, the professor guy.
Yeah.
He's meant to be 53.
No.
He looks like 70. Anyway. I just needed to share that.
What?
Yeah, it's like canon that he's 53 years old.
Oh my god, I'm shocked.
Yeah. Okay. So if any listeners care about Conan, you just learned an interesting fact.
I'm shocked.
Whenever we bring a guest over, Lucie finds some way to bond with them, which does not include me. First it was the Professor Layton crossover, Madam.
Oh my god.
And now it is
this man is
Conan, Ace Detective, whatever the fuck that is.
I didn't even bring it up.
Aris, you need to get more hobbies.
Ouch.
She's tempting today.
Claws are
very
out.
much.
It's because I feel like I've done this once before. Now I feel like I don't need to be nice.
Yeah. That's
so horrible. Yeah. You know, anything
so Aris,
goes.
what do you think happens to Godot?
I was about to say before you asked it that we haven't strayed away this far in the episode. Guess what happens?
Yeah.
I definitely think he gets executed.
Yeah,
like too. As sad as it sounds, at least he's gonna be in spirit.
Yeah, it's a game where we know that the death still lives in the kind of consciousness, so he will be reunited with Mia.
Absolutely.
And maybe she can tell him to stop being a sexist pig.
Yeah, maybe she was looking over and was like, "What was this all about? Like, why did you do this?" And he'll repent.
What
or
if
maybe
he goes What if he
Maybe-
goes to
oh,
hell
you go.
and they're separated forever?
I was just thinking maybe because of the time they've been apart with her being dead, she'll be like, oh, I don't need him. He was horrible. He
Maybe
was sexist.
she met someone else in heaven.
Who could she meet? Red White?
He's, I don't think she'll date him.
Oh no,
Glenn
I was
Helg.
picking them. I was trying to pick the least dateable character ever. He was the one
Glenn
I picked.
Helg.
He murdered her. She would never date him.
Look at me.
Oh.
They're not dead.
They've
who's a
been sent to
sexy-
jail.
Who's a sexy dead character?
Zach Gramery.
Absolutely.
Oh, Zach Gramery rolling up with Mia and
Do you
Godot
think-
finding out.
Do you think Acro dies?
I
Yeah.
actually don't think so.
Really?
No,
I don't think so. I think
wish
he's
so.
gonna have like
I hope so.
because he's such a teary-eyed person. He makes like he plays the sentimental card. I think he'd get a big sentence, but not death penalty.
What about Bat? What if Bat doesn't wake up from his coma? Is Bat hot?
Huh.
No.
Wasn't he? I thought
What
he
about
was.
that like Western
Thomas
dude
is into
from Rise of
twigs.
the Ashes? He has a brother who died.
Wait, I thought he was like muscly or something.
No,
Let me
we
see.
don't
Wait.
see. You like Apollo and Bat.
Aris, what's the
Exposed.
What's the name? Neil
No,
Marshall?
look. Look at this picture.
The name of what?
No, stop talking. Everyone who's listening, search, go on Ace Attorney Wiki, look up Bat, and look at the picture of him being eaten by the lion.
Why would we
And
do this?
don't tell me he's at least he's not like a bit hot. I've sent the picture to the thing, by the way. But
Girl, that's not hot.
That should be his Tinder profile.
Okay,
seriously,
sorry. You pick that over fucking Horace Knightley? I mean, you're never being a guest on this podcast.
he is
ever
much
again.
hotter than Horace Knightley.
No.
Yes.
Also,
yes,
it doesn't
yes.
help that all my friends say I like ugly dudes.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah. Question: what is the name of that Western dude in Rise from the Ashes who thinks he's a cowboy and he has a brother who's dead?
Neil Marshall.
Neil Marshall and Joe Marshall?
Jake Marshall.
Jake Marshall and Mia could date.
Is Jake?
But,
He's
but
hot.
Jake Marshall didn't murder anyone.
But he's dead, isn't he?
Is
No.
he? No.
Neil Marshall is his brother who died.
Neil Marshall
Well,
is dead.
Neil Marshall then.
But Neil
Isn't-
Marshall was the ugly one.
Was
No,
he?
I thought he was, but I just looked up a picture and he's not that ugly.
Huh.
Look,
Come on.
here's his profile picture.
Okay, for anyone
cute.
who's listening, Thomas has horrible taste.
Are you saying he is so much hotter than Horace Knightley?
Sorry, I don't like the hair.
Okay.
That hair's not great, but who cares?
What about
Everything is wrong with Horace Knightley. He's got an ugly head shape. He's got ugly hair. He's got an ugly body. Sorry, but you know.
What
Wait, I'll send you
about
fan art I did.
Cindy Stone?
Well, if it's
And-
fan art you do, of course you'll make him look hot.
I literally traced the sprite.
Also, Cindy Stone and Mia Fey is honestly the pairing we need.
Exactly.
Dee Vasquez
Cindy
and Mia
Stone.
Fey.
No.
Exactly.
It has to be Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone.
Cindy Stone is a hot model who had a sugar daddy. We love
Girl,
Just
that.
look at-
Cindy Stone
just
is the
look at
most
this
hetero.
I
That
love
hair.
that.
Cindy Stone
They
is the
could be a
straightest
power
girl
couple.
out there.
Oh my god, Cindy Stone. She is like my favourite Ace Attorney character, actually. I revised what I've said. Cindy Stone is the best one.
This man changes his favorite character every second of every day.
Her profile picture is just so funny. And I
Cindy-
love... My favourite line is like, this is like one of the earliest things in the game. No, he's not hot, by the way. He's not hot there.
Also,
He
why
is.
does he have his mic in bed? The
Because
mic
he-
stays on during sex?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Alright.
very
Clown
much-
guy is hot in that picture. But he's
Clown
not.
guy?
But he is hot. But the other guy, no.
Come on. Simon Keys.
Yeah, no, he's
What
not
was I
hot.
gonna? Oh, sorry, not Simon Keys. Cindy Stone
Oh, no.
is that video of BB Rexa saying "Slay, slay."
No, I think she. You know what? She'd be like, she would start out straight, and she'd be like, she'd think she's straight, and she'd act very straight, and she'd be like, oh, I'm down to experiment, and but then she'd actually be lesbian, and she'd end up with Mia.
Now we're on the same page.
Mia and Cindy Stone could be a power couple. They could exchange outfits, and I would very much like to see that. I think they'd both be like party lesbian at first and then grow attached to one another. And get into a relationship.
Also, kind of thanks for bringing up Cindy Stone on this question particularly, because we kind of see someone who murdered and didn't get killed. Frank saw it in investigations too.
Also, maybe Godot isn't dead, and maybe who is dead then? That raises the question: who dies?
Lucy, what do you think?
Of what?
Your own question, bitch.
I answered that. I said I think he's dead, and I think he's gonna be reunited with Mia. And
However, Frank saw it. I know it doesn't feel like it, but Frank saw it is guilty of the same as what Godot's guilty of. Like, they both murdered a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Godot, there was an aspect of his health as well. Because it was very sick.
What, you think he went to jail and then just died of natural causes, and that's how he died?
He was very sick, he bled at the end, like...
Oh my god,
didn't have a lot of time left, and he spent
the only thing that could make me like Investigations 2 less is if Godot was in that jail with Frank Sora. That would just be the nail in the coffin for that game.
I think, like, not every single person who's been found guilty has been sent to, like, execution. I think it depends on the crime you've did. Like, for instance, Frank's side was kind of like, it wasn't premeditated murder. Like, she showed up and he panicked. So I think that's a lesser sentence.
That's true. That's true. It wasn't premeditated.
I mean, in the Ace Attorney legal system, I would think that would be true. That sounds how that would be.
My favorite line, one of my favorite lines in the game is like really early on in that first case when you have to like, this is the dumbest thing. This is just, it appeals to my sense of humor when you have to like say what the name of the victim is, and then one of the options is Cindy Stone and one of them is Cinder Blocks. Cinder Blocks is just so funny for some reason. It just gets me.
That's what I have one of my friends as in one of the chats on Messenger. Lucy, it's Nikita.
Of course.
I had her as Cinder Block.
It has her name's like localized in a bunch of different ways. So in Spanish, I'm probably not going to say this right, but it's sin dinero, which is like sin dinero or no money.
Oh, that's funny, like sin money.
And
it actually makes loads of sense because she's kind of a sugar baby.
I can't pronounce this French one. Let me send the name to the chat. I can't say anything French, and I'm just going to embarrass myself.
Sin destroy.
Which apparently is a play on destroy.
Yeah, it's destroy. I don't remember her name being that. I remember that Cindy Stone. Maybe I played it against loads in English.
Apparently her Japanese one is takabi, which is a play on takabisha, which means to be on one's high horse.
Huh.
I don't really know how that relates to anything, but sure. Sure, go
ahead. Yes, because she thinks she was too, like, better than Larry? Too good for Larry?
I guess.
Wait, she was on one horse.
No. Have you heard the phrase on your high horse?
Oh, I heard tied on one horse. On her high horse.
Yeah.
I mean, she did kind of cheat.
Oh, that's true. Maybe she shouldn't get with Mia then.
Oh, that's the, like, the crossing line.
Yeah. Well, she did nothing wrong other than that, but now she cheated. To be fair, she was with Larry. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Also, before we move on, when Juniper Woods and Maggie Bird get the electric chair, I also want to see Vera Misham go with them.
Why? What's wrong with her?
It's like the meek woman which like has gross outbursts. Like I don't know, they're gross. It's like all of them are the same character.
Wait, what? Who are the other? No, Juniper Woods is very different from Vera Misham. Like they're both meek women.
Juniper Woods is more of an asshole.
I don't like Juniper. I don't remember anything about Juniper Woods. Like she has zero personality. I just remember her being a bit annoying. But Vera Misham is fine. I don't have an issue with her necessarily.
If she talked,
no, the worst
maybe
ones.
We could like make it easier.
The worst ones are Mike Meekins and Spike Brushall. Like they're the same guy and they're both so annoying.
The furry.
The furry. I call him the furry. He's a furry.
Really?
Confirmed by me.
So my next question, besties, is who's more likely to have a nipple piercing?
Out of everyone?
Yes.
Apollo.
The judge.
Those
You
are
did
two
not
pretty
just
good
say
answers.
that. You did not.
Apollo?
Who do
You
we
think
think?
Apollo?
Do you truly think Apollo?
No, I just like the idea of it.
Okay.
Maybe the magician guy from not from Apollo, from
Max
the circus.
Galactica.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually would. I don't know. I feel like the first thought would be him, but then you're like, well, actually, like I feel like the Max Galactica thing is like, I mean, we know it's just an act. I feel like he is. I'm trying to think if he's gay or straight, because I feel like he could be either.
He
I feel
looks
like that is
Jeffree Star.
Yes, Jeffree Star.
Oh.
Country
Ew.
boy, I love you.
Maybe.
Okay, we'll give you a chance to think. What about you, Lucy? I think
I don't know.
our initial answer was something like Shilong Lang. And then we got into that Shilong Lang assassination where we said he'd drink Monster energy drink
and punch balls when he's mad.
Shilong Lang was always kind of annoying.
Yeah, he's like a bro.
Like
dude.
I wanted to like him, but he didn't give me anything to latch onto. You know, he was just annoying. I like his theme though.
You like his what?
His theme.
Oh,
music. What did you think I said?
I heard. I'm gonna bleep.
How could you hear this?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I think that says more about you than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, we've established in the 30 episodes we've done how much of a freak I am.
I'm shocked. Aris. I don't know. I don't know why, but I think the judge outfit makes me feel he has something freaky underneath.
The judge just, you can't, no, that's not
She's
true.
wearing a
I
bikini.
imagine like lingerie and like stockings. I don't know. I think he'd pull it off.
Maybe the Kuranese judge would have a nipple piercing.
Maybe.
That guy definitely has a. That definitely. The Kuranese judge definitely has a dick ring. Like that big fat one too.
Oh my god.
And he's definitely uncut. Hi Thomas Thomas Subs. Thanks for
this is taking a turn.
The guy who definitely has a nipple ring, and it's also a really soggy nipple, is Blaze the Best.
That is grim.
Yeah.
Don't wait, also Blaze the Best. No, he might though. He's a disgusting man.
Best. He got it in the shadiest place as well. Like, also got an infection for 3 weeks. Like,
do you think he has a BBM?
No.
A what?
Wait, what does it stand for? Brazilian butt thing.
Brazilian.
Oh, like the tramp stamp.
BBL. Yes, I bet he went to a shady place and he was like, "Give me one of everything." Like
Brazilian
he has a shady nipple piercing.
You take kind of the meat of the thighs and you pull them up into the butt.
I just can imagine him having that. I don't know why.
No, I thought a tramp stamp, not like cosmetic surgery.
No, he got like really heavy plastic surgery as well. Like he's got like Kim Kardashian lips and like really defined cheekbones.
Blaze the Best.
Yeah.
Also, nipple piercing candidate Norma the Plume.
Ooh. She's the
Do
writing
you think-
lady in the Aquatic Turnabout.
Yeah.
Hawk Destroyer Extraordinaire, absolutely.
Do you think Clavier's got plastic surgery?
No,
Nah, he's a natural beauty.
he's European.
Maybe he's gotten his lips done. Slightly injected, but nothing
He doesn't
more.
have lips.
Maybe he has Botox, but like nothing like just maybe little injections. But I
Do you,
couldn't see him.
do you think he has?
Miss Thing.
Do you think he has one of? Do you think he has one of those? You know, you can get like fake 6-packs.
Oh,
Did you see
that
when
I
they
can
give you
see.
a 6-pack through
You
surgery?
think?
That I can see, and that I can also see Blaze the Vest doing. Maybe you're right, but Lucy, the lips, girl, when he smiles, it's like an emoji.
Let me look.
He
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
trying to-
have any features.
No. Wait.
Oh, he does, no, he does have.
he kinda
Are you joking?
have
Look at this
lips.
picture.
Yeah.
He has lips in Apollo. He has lips in Ace 25. He has lips.
Look at those luscious lips.
Look
I
at the
think
lips.
it's just like
Yeah, that
no,
was
no, look at
exactly
them.
the image I wanted to
Look,
send.
yeah, look at his lips.
He
He's
just
got
has
quite
lip
big there.
gloss on.
yeah, exactly. He just put gloss on, like the
Yeah.
kind of gloss that Cheetah
No.
wears from Real Housewives of Melbourne,
Yeah.
like that.
He has big lips, but he weirdly has like wide lips as well. You know what I mean? Like it feels like his lips go too far along his face,
Hmm.
and I don't like his earrings.
Yeah.
I don't like those kind of earrings. Sorry to people that like those earrings. I don't like them very much.
What earrings?
Like hoops?
Like well, they're not really hoops.
Just
They're
like
like
a plain hoop.
no, but they're not like big enough to be hoops. Like I feel
They're
like
a
if they were,
small hoop.
I don't. They're like a key ring. Like he could keep his keys on his earring.
I mean, you know what they say: the bigger the hoop.
Well, then he needs to get himself a bigger hoop because right now his earrings are not suggesting anything good. You know what they say? The
No,
bigger
that
the
just says a.
the bigger the G. He's got a big G on his chest.
No. That just says a lot about Apollo if he's his boyfriend.
Yeah, I think Clavier needs to change up some of his fashion choices. Like I don't know anything about fashion, so I think I'm
really like
not
young
in comfortable
Clavier.
territory.
I really like early 2000s fashion, young Clavier with
Yeah.
the sunglasses.
If he wore that now, it would be a little bit weird, but for the time it was cool.
Like
You know
that
what I mean?
outfit was a moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And his
You
hair-
still
his
haven't
hair
answered my
is
answer.
cool.
My question.
I don't know. Franziska von Karma.
Excellent
I'm just picking a
answer.
random character. I don't know.
Or
No one
a
really
black
shows
quill.
off their. I don't remember her at all. I mean, I know who she is, but no, I just mean I don't remember anything about her. I didn't give a shit about her in the game. I don't like her. I don't care about her. I'm looking at a picture of her and I don't like her.
Wait, who
What
are we
the
talking?
hell? Or a Blackwell. Miss busy ass while we're recording.
No, it glitched. I couldn't hear anything.
She
She
has
doesn't
stupid
like
hair.
Aura Blackwell.
She's so badass. She's a
I think
hot
if she-
MILF.
I think if she had better hair, I'd like her more. And better clothing.
Hair is
Hair?
amazing.
Yeah, I just don't like
See,
her.
now you
I'd like her if I
managed to
could-
piss Lucy off.
If I could imagine her as a human being
I can't
in the
hear
world
Thomas.
who I was like walking down the.
I can't
Can you
hear
not hear
you,
me?
Thomas. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can
Thomas
hear
is
you now.
frozen.
Okay, Aris, can you hear me or not?
I can
oh,
hear
no.
you.
Okay. I was gonna say about Aura. If oh god, I'm just thinking of the picture of that group and it's cursed. It's fucking Clive. Or no, what was his name? Not Clive. Clay. Oh, Clay Turan.
Turan.
Clay Turan, Rocket guy who was the worst witness ever, the guy on his spinning Segway with loads of medals, Aura Black Quill, and then the other woman who was like Athena's mum or something. All of them dreadful, a terrible group, and a fucking stupid robot. I hated everything about that case. And by extension, I don't like
the
her.
The robots were annoying.
Just the whole group. Like Clay, stupid. I wish he had died before I even. Well, I guess he died before it started, but I wish he died before I even had to hear his name. And then the rocket dude, even worse. I think the one with the red hair, like who it looks like a rocket.
I have the biggest crush on him.
Really?
Oh yeah. Once again,
no,
one
I'm
of
not.
Aris lovers.
No, I just Solomon Starbuck. I mean, what an awful name as well, Starbuck. And he just looks old, and he looks like he's been through stuff. Look at him. He just
no.
He doesn't look good.
His head looks like an anal
Aris.
plug.
Aris is in pain right now. Aris, did you answer your question?
I said like 5.
Okay.
5 people.
Yeah.
If you haven't replied
you've said enough
yet.
names.
I have. I said the judge.
Oh yeah.
That's the answer.
With a lingerie as well.
Yeah. I have a whole mental picture.
There's this fan art of Damon Gunt like in front, and then there's a mirror in the back, and he's wearing a lingerie.
Like assless panties. That's what I imagine them wearing. Perfect.
I'm not sure I want to see that. I don't know if I'm ready to see Damon Gant's asshole.
Yeah.
It's
that feels
not
a bit
exposed.
too personal. Good. I think he needs to keep that area of his body well clothed to the world. I think he should be a never nude. I think he should be one of those people that just never takes off their clothes. I think that would be for the benefit of everyone else.
In terms of taste, we are in the complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
Like Thomas is like Apollo, Bat, Neil Marshall, and I'm Damon Gunt, Solomon Starbuck, and Horace Knightley.
Thomas, do you watch Arrested Development?
No, I've never seen it.
Huh. Never knew it is a reference to Arrested Development, so I was like,
I did know that, yeah. I knew it was from there. Maybe I should watch it at some point.
It's a really good show.
I've heard good things about it. I've seen so many gifs with the woman.
Lucille.
She's like an icon. I hate that image. That's awful. Aris has just showed the image of Damon Gant with his lingerie showing in the back.
Your
lovely
internet is being kind of shady, by the way.
Mine. Yeah, our internet isn't that good, and my younger brother is he's really into live streams, which is not doing them, watching them, but so if our internet is bad, that's probably his. But because I'm recording on my end, so hopefully at least for listeners it should sound fine. It's just that us three have to struggle through it.
Yeah, it's gonna sound okay for the listeners, so that's all that matters.
That's the most important thing.
Yes. My next question is, what's your favorite character design? You said that you don't like Horace Knightley and that ambassador dude from Turnabout Ablaze. So we know you don't like those, but who do you like?
My favourite style of character designs are the ones that are like... There's like a few... I don't want it to be too much. I don't want it to be too many things. Like, that's the thing. Looking at Horace Knightley, it's too much. He's got a brace. He's got weird hair. He's got a weird face. There's just too many things. I want someone to just... Like, there's just a few key points. Again, not to keep switching back. Detective Conan, if you look at Conan, he's just got round glasses.
Yeah,
he's got black hair.
bow tie.
There's like a few key points that... Every Conan character... There's just a couple of hairstyle, like skin color. They wear glasses? Like
palettes. They're very easily identifiable.
For sure. And my favorite Ace Attorney characters are the same. Like Apollo, he's got slightly weird hair, but it's like possible to have that hair in real life if you just put in a bunch of wax. No one would because it looks stupid, but you could do it. And he wears red suit. And other than that, he just looks like a guy. Phoenix Wright, he's just a guy. He's got like spiky hair and he's got a blue suit. Clavier Gavin, I mean, he's a little more complicated, but he's got like a blonde ponytail and then he wears like a suit jacket that's purple. Whereas, like, I like those simpler ones more. That's, I think, why I kind of prefer the first game character designs to most of the other ones, because they're just more like normal and they're more like actual people. Like, Lotta Hart is just a woman who wears green and has like puffy hair.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the modern ones, I mean, there's too much happening visually. That's my opinion, at least.
It is very over the top, for sure.
Yeah. Like, it feels like the first game, all of the character designs are like caricatures of people. Like, Grossberg is a caricature of like an old lawyer who's like, oh, I'm an old lawyer and I don't know if I could take on that case. Or like, April May is a caricature of like kind of a sexually promiscuous woman who like, isn't afraid to use, which an icon, April May, again, this is not April May slander. We love her in this here, but, isn't afraid to use her body to progress through life. If I had a body like April May, I would do the same. Or like,
who wouldn't?
Exactly. Whereas like the modern ones, I mean, like I'm trying to think of any character design that I remember from the new games. Like, I'll Be Your Guide, there's like 1,000 parts to him. Let me look at a picture so I can reference what he looks like. He's got a complicated robe, he's got hair, he's got a big carrier bag, he brings out a thing with cakes on it sometimes, he's got a dog, there's just too much. It's too much. That's my opinion.
Got it.
So I don't know what my favorite character designs are. There's a lot I like. I mean, let me get up a gallery so I can animations, Ace Attorney. See, I don't want to leave anyone out that I love.
As you're thinking, Aris, do you want to answer the question?
I also have to get the image. Probably like some of my favorites off the top of my head: Desire, Delight. I like Lisa Basil, Furio Tigre. Dahlia Hawthorne for sure. Shelley the Killer is weird, but we love that. I know we hate him, but Mike Meekins with his cartoonish face was a super interesting take.
He doesn't fit in the world though. He just looks like he's from the wrong game.
He looks like he's like from a cartoon, not even a video game.
He looks like he's from Layton.
Layton?
Yeah, Professor Layton.
He doesn't have dots for eyes.
Not every Layton character does, do they? Or maybe they do. I don't know. It's been a while since
I'm not sure.
I don't think they all do.
I don't think so.
Sasha Buckler, I really like from the new games. I love Angel Star. I love her design. The little food cap. La Miroir. Oh, I absolutely love Mask the Mask. Like the hat, the camp of it all. Miriam Scuttlebutt. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and Dee Vasquez.
I will say, even though it's a terrible
The
case,
entire cast, basically.
remember Uendo Tanida, or whatever his name is?
The split personalities?
Yeah, he is kind of hot, in my opinion. You probably disagree with me, but I...
Girl. I'm gonna jump through the screen in 0.2 milliseconds. Oh, and Gael Dune.
Gael Dune is mine. Gael Dune, Dee Vasquez, Desire. They're just great character designs. Like, Noodles as hair is excellent. Perfect.
I don't like any of the Investigations character designs at all. I think they're all ugly. Except for Rondelight. Rondelight's good.
I agree with that.
Like, just looking at the gallery of them, they're bad. I mean, I
have a soft spot for the Investigations games. I agree that the design was the weak, part.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rondelight, and then that guy who was like the actor boy. And the woman. I mean, see, the prosecutor lady is okay. I like her as a character. I think
John Marsh.
No. Yeah, John Marsh, and then the woman, the woman from Investigations 2. What's it called?
Courtney, Justin Courtney.
Yeah, I'm on the wiki and none of them have the name. Or I'm on a website and none of it has the name. So yeah, Justine Courtney, I like her as a character, but even her design, I don't love. Like her hair is just too much, in my opinion. I think that like I think that Thingamabob. God, this is exposing that I literally can't remember anyone's names. The guy with the... I literally said his name like 5 seconds ago. Rondelight. No, not Rondelight. With the question mark hair. What's his name? The guy with the hair that's... No. The guy with the hair looks like a question mark.
Oh, Sebastian the Best?
Yeah, the Best. I called him Rondelight because they're like similar, in my opinion.
Sebastian the Best, yeah.
Sebastian Jabest, I think his hair is like almost too much, but it works. I think it's not too much. I think the question mark is good. I like that.
That was fun. I did like that.
I think a lot of the Apollo character designs are pretty good. Maybe they're not. They're okay. There aren't that many like great characters from Apollo. I like Machi Tobane. I like his character design. I like the woman from the Yakuza. Plum Kitaki. I like her character design.
Thomas is frozen.
Miss Madame.
Am I freezing?
Oh no. Frozen.
Sir?
For the past.
Sir?
No.
Ah.
Wait, can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you. I can hear you.
Dua Lipa saying I'm back, and then the live stream ends.
Yes. Hey, Thomas.
Hello.
Thomas
Sorry,
is
I've
back.
connected. I tried to connect to my phone Wi-Fi to see if that works better. We'll see.
Okay.
We can hear you, so it is better.
Yeah, we can hear you and see you moving.
Cool. I was chatting shit before it broke. It was not interesting. We can move on.
I'll edit it out and just add a disclaimer. Thomas's router is even worse than his taste.
You could put Dua Lipa's meme of her disconnection.
You should do that.
That would be amazing.
All right, we're back on. Hopefully this will...
That, I can't believe I referenced that. Like, it was
I heard you say that while my internet was bad. I heard you say that
Yeah.
and it got me so good.
It was so funny. Should we move on to your question, Aris?
Yes. I can't believe you said Aura Blackwell's hair. Like, say what you will about, like, my friends, like, aggravate me about my, like, taste in men daily, but not Aura Blackwell's hair. Like,
I don't know. I don't like her. I'm sorry.
The buns are iconic.
You were saying she should come back. I was like, we don't need her back. She can stay wherever she is, not in the games.
It's like Azealia Banks in Atlantis. Like the hair, like the horns. Anyway.
I've no idea, but sure. I'll take your word for it.
I'll put an image.
It was probably before my time. I'm too young.
No, I don't know if I can.
That's
I wouldn't get you old people references.
This man is forever tempting us today.
You're just too fresh and too cool for us. Is that it?
Yeah, not to bring it up, but I believe both of you were born pre-2000.
And what about it?
Yeah.
We're gonna live to 3 centuries, bitch. Who can say the same thing?
I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I just don't get your 20th century comedy. It's too out of date.
Jesus. We're gonna come get you. This is a threat. We're gonna go to the UK, and we're gonna come. And something will happen.
It's easy to cross me, but now that I've got Lucy on my side,
definitely. I will do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I will do something. for sure.
I feel like out of the two of you, Lucy is the one who know how to do stuff. You know, Lucy could fuck me up.
Lucy has fought off people and won. Lucy comes from Paris, a very dangerous city. Yes. I will tell you a story.
Lucy is very much the cat in the Barbie movie, The Three Musketeers.
What is that, and when did that come out?
Yes. I'm a fighting
Those are
cat.
fighting words.
And if you know what it is, Aris is very much the weasel in Barbie Rapunzel.
Oh.
I'll send you a link to it, Thomas. It's fantastic.
A movie? I'm not watching.
No, it's like a link just about the weasel.
Okay.
I'll send it right
now,
actually.
People are always like, "Oh, I saw this great movie. You should watch it." I'm like, I'm not watching some random movie.
My time is precious. I spend it dissociating.
Do you want to ask the next question, by the way?
Yeah. Dua Lipa crying and then saying anyway. So my next question.
Oh no, you need to include the bit about me calling you old. That's important.
What bit?
Just now. Oh.
Girl, I'm gonna include the whole banter.
Good. I thought you were going to cut that all out with Dua Lipa. I was like, Dua Lipa can't cover up.
No.
This is important. The listeners need to know that you are 3 years, almost 4 years older than me.
And the listeners need to know
2 years only. Yeah.
That Thomas has a big storm coming.
The listeners need to know that Thomas is delusional enough to think that the best quality is after the 2000s.
Ton.
We've got some great stuff post 2000s.
What? Kids
COVID? True abomination of nature.
Look, say what you want about COVID, but it got everyone's attention. You know, it made a scene.
What do
we noticed?
We noticed the Backstreet Boys, and they didn't murder people.
What do we have before the 2000s? Christianity. Dinosaurs.
So true, bestie. So true.
So eat that.
Dinosaurs. There's 2 dinosaurs still living. Anyway.
Gen Z TikTok.
Sleep on both ears, Thomas.
Wait, but that would mean I wouldn't be able to hear anything.
Well, you've got something coming.
I should sleep on no ears.
Yeah.
Sleep on a dildo.
Don't sleep on both ears. Watch out.
Actually, Aris, that's a really fucked up thing to say to someone who's only 19 years old. You should reconsider your words. This is sexual harassment. This is caught on tape. I think you need to change your ways.
I am not
You're
sexually
forgetting who's the editor.
him. I am harassing him, but not sexually.
Right, next, we need to stay on topic.
Yes, so what's your next question, Aris?
Oh, okay. She has decided. We've decided that we're asking our last questions.
Yes.
Okay.
So my last question, because we've had enough of you. So my last question is, do you think... So, fun fact. The character which I'm obsessed with, and long-time viewers which are non-existent, apart from Snap and Lucy's family on this channel, know very well that I have an obsession with the bellboy. Like, an unhealthy obsession with the bellboy.
Keyword unhealthy of the sentence.
Keyword unhealthy, absolutely. And Lucy made a good point on one of the episodes, and we kind of made it into a discussion. So the question is, do you think the bellboy is a fairy?
I don't like the bellboy, I'll say that much. I don't
blame you on that, shockingly.
Like, he's fine until he has that horrible sprite of his, face, red, and he's like, oh, that is
disgusting.
So horrible.
He's like a horny freak. Like, keep it in your pants.
I love him.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am disgusted.
So do you think he's a fairy, though?
I think he's into everything. I think he's a furry. He's every fetish he has.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
If anything, I'm surprised he finds April May attractive. I feel like she's too vanilla for him.
She's too human.
Yeah.
He would be into like sea snail or something. Like he's into weird shit.
Or like Aura Blackwell.
Oh, come on.
She's hot.
Doja Cat wrote cybersex for the bellboy.
You think that was the inspiration? She did question.
Wait, he was in... I didn't remember the bellboy was in Investigations.
He's not.
He's
It
not.
says he is. It
No,
says
he's
he... Oh, no,
He's in Rise from the Ashes.
No. Yeah, but he's... No, he's in... He starts off in the...
Turnabout Sisters.
Yeah.
He starts in... His debut is in Sisters, and then he shows up for a split second in Rise from the Ashes. He brings tea to the prosecutor's office.
And he's also in Internal Investigations, but you don't see his face. He's the Proto-Badger.
What?
Is
Yeah.
he?
It's on the wiki. It says he is, and I remember now because it doesn't like say it. But one time the Proto Badger talks to you, and he like I can't remember what he says, but he says something that like gives away that it's him. Like he says something in the way he says it. I'm trying to remember. As the Proto Badger, he says,
God.
Yes. Here's the line. The Proto-Badger speaks to Edgeworth, and I mean, he says various things that give it away. Like, one of the lines it has on the wiki, it says, "Absolutely, sir." Like, "so" is in capitals, which is what he did in the trilogy. You're always very active in the community, I hear. And it is him. It's on the wiki and stuff, yeah.
Him dressing as a badger just puts a definitive answer
that
on...
he's a furry.
He's a furry.
He's the fucking badger. Everything makes sense. It's
I
all
gave proof to
coming
your theory.
full circle. I predicted it.
I didn't remember that was him either. That's so funny.
I had no idea.
The bellboy is a furry confirmed. That should be like the title of this video, like a breaking news announcement.
Girl,
so
I'm
shocked.
tempted to do that. Thomas Game
Don't
Dogs.
do this.
Thomas Game Dogs Part 2, parentheses, confirmation, the bellboy is a fairy.
This is unrelated. I was just going through the tabs I'd opened while we were talking, and I'd searched Clavier Gavin, and like this, one of the top pictures, all of the top pictures that come up for Clavier Gavin are somewhat yikes.
Oh.
Then this comes up, and it came up with a tweet thing. It says, "Christoph and Clavier Gavin from Ace Attorney are incestuous."
Oh.
And it's from a Twitter account called Your Fave is Incestuous.
No, they're not.
Reported.
And apparently that flag in the background is the incest flag.
No. You, Twitter, stop trying to make incest happen. It won't happen.
We already have an incestuous couple in that game. It's Apollo and Trucy.
Oh, it will be though. That's the thing. It's like
coming. It's coming.
Wait, no. Trucy's too young. How young is Trucy compared to Apollo? They're like 5 years apart, right?
But in Dual Destiny, in Spirit of Justice, she turns 18.
How old is Apollo in Spirit of Justice?
12.
23, I want to say, like 22, 23-ish.
I guess that's like not the most. That's I guess an acceptable age difference.
Yeah, not for having sex.
No. No. She is 17 in Spirit of Justice, and he's 24.
I'm gonna throw up. Like...
That's 24, 5, 6. That's like almost a decade difference.
Ew.
They didn't have sex in that game.
Gross.
But also, do you agree or disagree that Darian Crescent is hot?
Not hot. Not hot at all.
Distasteful.
Do you think he's hot? You think he's hot?
He has a boner for hair. What do you think?
He's not hot. His hair is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
When he loses that case and it goes amok and he can't control it, I was like, yeah, it's masturbating on its own.
I would just like to say one thing. My heart belongs to Phoenix. He's my husband. He's the only person I found hot. But I lean more on the Thomas side of the attraction to men in the series than Aris, because those men are filthy. Darian Crescent is gross.
He's a gross man.
No one can reach my divine disgust level of taste. No one. Like...
Well, okay... would you enter a relationship with this person? Larry Butts.
That's it.
Well, no, I'm waiting for your answer, and then we can see some of the other ones as well.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Like,
Lucie?
I don't think about him.
I mean, I would love to have him as a friend, but not as a boyfriend.
You would like to have Larry Butts as a friend?
Of course, it'd be so funny.
Okay. God, which even other characters even are
What
there?
about you, Thomas?
No. Oh, he's horrible.
Horrible?
No. I mean, he's like just so annoying. I'm sorry, he's annoying to me. I'm trying to think what even other characters there are. I went on the like characters list of Days Tony Wiki, and then I realized it names ones from DGS, and I don't want to read it. Okay, who? Oh gosh, Eldoon.
No.
It's gonna be a no for me.
He's 46 as well.
That guy is 46.
So
Are you
much
fucking
older.
serious?
What about Winston Payne?
Damon Gunt is 20 years older than Guy Eldoon.
What about Winston Payne? Guess how old he is in
maybe-
Apollo Justice, by the way.
Not the hairstyle in Apollo Justice, though.
How old do you think he is in that game?
I don't know, like 50?
He's 61.
Okay.
Okay.
He does look the part.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. He kind of looks like a child, like dressing up as old. Like he's a funny looking man. Oh my god, what about Wesley Stickler? Do you remember
No.
him?
Oh, he was such a creep.
Yeah, he was. I think that's
stole
3 no's.
panties.
It reminds me of a guy we had in one of our seminars this year, Lucy.
Do you know who he means?
The freak?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Scooby-Doo?
I like that you immediately knew.
Thomas?
What? Do I like Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's one of the
It's
characters
okay.
called the freak, and so we call that person the freak.
Alright.
Yeah. I knew who we were talking about
I liked
instantly.
Scooby-Doo a lot when I was younger.
What's
but
your Scooby-Doo?
That's my Detective
Yeah,
Conan.
what's New Scooby-Doo was such a classic.
Oh, it was so good. The opening song.
Do do do
Classic.
do 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 do. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad when you play it back because they won't be
Yeah.
in sync.
That's how Lucy knew I was not normal
Why?
when we met.
He was
Basically.
very intimidating. He wore like Doc Martens and like jackets.
This
And
story
he was
will
very
never get
tall. He
old.
went to the army, and it was just like an overall intimidating guy. And we were roommates. And I was close to other people in our flat because Aris came in later, and we added each other on Instagram. And I had like this. For me, he was this tough-looking guy who was like a bit. I was very intimidated by him. And then I log on to his story, and it was just like ranting about Scooby-Doo movies, and I was like, oh, he's actually not intimidating at all, and kind of insane. And the beginning of a very long friendship.
I don't want to go into too deep into Scooby-Doo, but Scooby-Doo's been so like badly mismanaged.
Oh,
Like
don't
there's
get
so
me
much
started.
there's so much like crap Scooby-Doo. Like the most recent one, I think the current ongoing series is called Scooby-Doo and
No,
Scooby-Doo
it's
and
Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. Or
yeah.
something like that. It's
It
I saw a
is.
clip of it
Not good.
on YouTube. It was with Sia of all
Please-
people, which
please
is like
don't tempt
Sia is a
me.
real problematic person anyway. But and then it was like Scooby-Doo and the gang going to her house, and they were like, "Sia, your house is so cool," and she was like, "Ha, I know." And they were like, "Oh, look at how great your house." The whole thing was just felt like an advert for Sia. It felt
No,
like
no,
this
no,
was
it's-
sponsored by
Get
Sia.
off,
It's
Sia.
like they're trying to emulate the new Scooby-Doo mysteries, which were like the direct to DVD. Or
Oh, I know
whatever,
what they are.
Like, you know, the like where they had like celebrities from like the
Yeah,
60s,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
70s, like Cher. Girl, they had Cher.
That's so cool.
So like they tried emulating that, but it backfired because it's so juvenile. Like especially after Mystery Incorporated, you can't go back to like being baby-ish.
Yeah.
Because Mystery Incorporated actually like introduced stakes. Like it's been done so many times at this point where it was kind of refreshing. It was new, and like even Velma as a lesbian, come on, that was like revolutionary.
Did they say that in the show?
Like it's suggested right at the end where she gets with hot dog water.
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's a character.
Like
it's a
one
woman.
of the original characters. I just hated that. Like
that's really cool if that's canon.
I hated that. Like the creators were kind of like when there's like there's two types of artists. There's people who like don't want to take pride, like kind of have like humility and don't want to take pride in their work unless it's like super necessary. And then there's the kind of artists where it's like they think they have big brain energy when they don't. And the creators were kind of like that. Like, you made a good show, so just shut up and take praise for it. But no, they had to like say that Mystery Inc. was a prequel to the original run of this. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's stupid.
No, that doesn't make sense. And I don't know, I kind of despise them for that. But it was such a good show.
I never watched it properly, like, because it was all just like they would air random episodes, so I would see random episodes of it, but I never saw it like from start to finish with the proper story and stuff. But
it's so good.
The only stuff that I didn't love the like relationship stuff. I felt like there was too much relationship stuff in it.
I think it was just kind of like a trying to like shift the target demographic from kids to early
teenagers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it did work on me. It hooked me because I grew
same.
up with What's New Scooby-Doo, and I watched Mystery Inc. when I was a teenager, and I felt like there was a natural shift in tone according to my age demographic. But once again, it was made for our age demographic, so maybe you felt left out, Thomas, because you're such a baby.
No, not this again. But since
I just vividly like remember one specific part where Velma was like, "Who do you prefer, Shaggy? Is it me or is it the dog?"
Oh.
And I just that's just like
Sassy
I don't know.
Velma.
No, I love Sassy Velma, but that one scene is just too cringe for me. I can't abide by that.
It's kind of weird because like it's such an old property at this point where like we're saying that What's New Scooby-Doo went into Mystery Inc. And it's like the natural shift from like target demographic being children and then young teens. But the direct predecessor to What's New Scooby-Doo was the 4 direct-to-DVD animated movies and the James Gunn, the 2 live-action ones.
Oh, yeah.
Which were like targeted towards adults mainly. Like the 4 animated ones, which were direct-to-DVD, were like from Mook Animation. Those were like had real monsters in them, especially Zombie Island, which had like the cat creatures and like the zombies, and like it showed them like ripping through flesh, like And
actually, you left out a really important series. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue.
No.
We had that on a DVD just because it came free, and so me and my little brother have watched countless hours of it, and it's so bad.
Stop.
Everything about it is so bad.
Isn't that the one with the Robo Butler?
Robot Butler, and like, oh my god, I know that like this is me, it's because I like care about voice actors a lot, but Shaggy's voice in that series is the worst out of any voice he's ever had. Like, well, like, the thing is, there's 2, like, categories of, like, with characters where they have to have voice actors replace, there's, like, 2 styles of characters. There's ones like Velma or Daphne. I mean, now Velma's a bit less like this, but traditionally it was like this, where it's, like, they don't have... When you think of Velma, I mean, now you do kind of have a voice, but she just kind of sounds like a woman. Yeah. Whereas if you think of, like, Shaggy, he has a really specific voice. So anyone who takes on the role of Shaggy... anyone who takes on the role of Velma has to kind of sound a bit like Velma did before, but mainly just has to like do their best interpretation of the role.
Yeah.
Anyone who takes on the role of like Shaggy has to just do an impression of the Shaggy voice. So it just really varies.
Honestly,
who takes it on. In Scooby-Doo and Get a Clue, the random guy they got to do it. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's famous. If he's listening to this, sorry, but terrible.
He was to this.
With the, I don't want to like go too deep into the Shaggy voice, but like it's meant to be like, oh god, I can't do it. My voice doesn't do it, but it's meant to like kind of go like, it's meant to like break, right? But his was only up. It was like, hey Scoob, come on Scoob. It was just high. It was so bad. Also, another thing about Shaggy's voice is the current voice actor who does his voice is the same guy who played Shaggy in the live-action movies.
No. What?
Yeah, it is.
Like,
yeah.
Wait,
God
in
meme
which one?
guy?
Yeah. Wait, look it up.
Wait,
Matthew
what did you say?
Thingamabob.
It's Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, he was in the movie.
What movie?
Oh, I don't know which one. You have to. You know the movies better
Is
than
it
I
the
do.
one
He-
with Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Daphne?
I haven't seen any of the movies. Let me check.
Matthew
Google it.
Lillard is in the 2 live-action movies as Shaggy, and then he continued doing the voice.
Yeah,
for, like,
yeah.
A lot of the animation because the voice actor, I think, passed away.
That's amazing.
Well, he took so. It's Casey Kasem kind of went into retirement and then came out of retirement and then went back into retirement.
Yeah.
So, but
Didn't
he's
he
the
pass away?
Matthew. Yeah, he's dead now. Sorry, that sounds really callous. I don't mean it to be.
And honestly, I'm not even that mad at Linda Cardellini as Velma. Even hot Velma.
No, I don't like her as Velma. The Velma, like my Velma, is the one from like What's New Scooby-Doo and and Mystery Inc. Like she is Velma for me, and the recent stuff I hate that Velma voice. I hate it. It just is not Velma to me. I don't know. Also, it annoys me because like, why did they not keep hiring her? Maybe she's like really hot. Maybe she's like the actress is really awful to work with. I don't know anything about it, but like, it was weird because Velma Scooby-Doo. What's her name? The one. Oh no, I don't mean. I mean the current one. I don't like. The current one I don't like at all.
What current one?
Who's the current voice actor for Velma? Kate Michucci or whatever. I don't know how to say her name. I don't want to say it wrong. Kate Michucci, I think her name is, has been voicing the characters since everything since Mystery Inc. So like the terrible stuff basically.
Okay.
Like the one with like Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. The one before her is Mindy Cohn, and she is so good as Velma, and she just like they just didn't hire her afterwards, and like she said in an interview, oh, well, when they hired the new one, she was like, oh, well, they told me that they're going to kind of just like alternate between me and the other woman. And then they just never hired her again.
Oh, no.
That's horrible.
And she's like,
that's such a dick move.
Like the
is she
live
she's
action one.
Oh, yeah, I was wrong about that. Is she good? I don't know what she's like.
She was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, she was hot. No, now I know what you're talking about.
When, like, the red
yeah.
leather scene.
Yeah.
When Velma is in like this red leather bodysuit. Wow. Kind of like Britney Spears in the Oops, I Did It Again music video.
Maybe it was a callback. Oh my god, did you see that thing on Twitter? It kept telling me to read this story about this guy who accidentally printed 10,000 t-shirts that said #Free Brittany, like the place in France.
No.
And now he doesn't know what to do with them.
He should sell them in Brittany. I am from that part of France, and I will sell them from him. Because
he
they do want their
deserves it as well.
independence. Brittany wants their independence, so.
He was so silly because he was just doing it to like cash in on it. Like he said he'd give 20% of the money to Britney Spears, which is like that rate just don't give any. But anyway, now he's stuck with 10,000 t-shirts to say Free Britney. It's so funny.
Amazing. That's where illiteracy will get you.
Yeah.
So after that very long discourse and interlude, if you're pissed off for us talking about Scooby-Doo for so long, remember it's our podcast and not yours.
And also, I'm sure you will include a Scooby-Doo debacle time section, so people might be able to skip.
I put a lot of care into my timestamps. That
you need to put in brackets the best section.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So if you don't like Scooby-Doo, just skip ahead.
When you're coming, like the third time we're having you on, it's gonna be about solely Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo the whole time.
Yeah.
Best villain.
But you need to know your actors.
Best costumes.
I've never seen the live action stuff. I don't know
what we should do? Do you have a VPN?
Scooby-Doo, like the actual dog Scooby-Doo is too horrible to look at to watch the thing.
Yeah. Do you have a VPN, Thomas?
Yeah, I've got it it's not on. I turned it off and it kicked me out of the call, but I rejoined.
We should watch Scooby-Doo on Netflix Party together. Because they have it. They have What's New Scooby-Doo on American Netflix. That should be our next podcast. Just
I
live
randomly
reaction of
watched
Scooby-Doo.
one episode of What's New Scooby-Doo with a VPN on American Netflix with my family. It's like
so
relive it. Like,
reassuring.
How does
it's
the
not that
French
good
intro-
though.
how
It
does the
wasn't as
French
good as I
intro-
remembered
Show.
it. I know, but it wasn't as good as I remembered. The pacing was really weird, but it's in a cool way. I would love to rewatch some of it.
Let's do this.
Lucy,
Sure.
how does the French intro go?
Quoi de neuf Scooby-Doo? Nous on te suit partout. On va résoudre ce mystère. Les indices après tout. Conduis ça Tom mon chou. Quoi de neuf Scooby-Doo?
You can't see us in this moment, but we're bopping around to
Yeah.
her singing it.
We're jamming.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you think it has the French
Bob.
dub on Netflix?
No, I don't think they have it because it's an American Netflix. But yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
French
true.
dub is something.
Okay.
The face you're making is telling me it's not great.
The thing is, like, it's because it's the one that I grew up with. It doesn't feel weird to me, but I'm sure it will feel very strange.
Okay.
You know, like when you're talking about the Shaggy voice, I'm not sure we have that in French. We kind of do. He has a weird voice, but yeah, it's different.
It's crazy to me that Fred has been voiced by the same guy since the very beginning.
Yeah. That is. But I do like Cray Delisle as.
Daphne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her as Daphne.
She did.
She's
a
just
lot.
like iconic.
She's great as Daphne. Mindy Cohn is my one true Velma voice. I think that Matthew Lillard is very good as Shaggy. And like Fred sounds exactly like I can't.
I really like
I mean,
Matthew Lillard. I like,
I can't imagine someone else being Fred. I
Yeah.
can't imagine Fred with a different voice.
Yeah. I Matthew Lillard is a legend, honestly. Like in Scream, he is the best. But yeah.
Can you believe they didn't have the voices in Scoob? I never saw Scoob, but it didn't have.
I want to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
It has like Zac Efron as Shaggy and stuff like that. Like it's not voice actors, which is a bit weird. But you know, that's
now
Hollywood.
you wanna defend your generation now?
That's not my generation. That's too young. That's too young for me.
Girl,
That's like
you've
that's
destroyed
under my
Scooby-Doo.
generation. Anyway, we're back into Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Lucy, do you want to ask your last question, babes?
My last question is, what's your favorite meme of Ace Attorney?
I like clown. I like
The clown one?
All of the clown thing. I think it's just good. I'm trying to think what other ones there even are. I'm sure there's plenty.
The
I just can't.
objection meme, which is like.
But that's not even. That's kind of gone beyond even being a
Yeah,
meme now. It's
it's
just like a
like-
thing.
It has surpassed meme status.
It's the kind of thing that like people in the early 2000s would like in the early internet like that would be
Yeah.
like haha what a funny meme,
Like
and now people are like
Nyan Cat.
Not the early
Yes.
internet, girl.
yes, Nyan Cat and like
Stop.
objection as a meme are the same thing.
What
When I
about you,
started on
Aris?
Tumblr, people were using objection.
Ugh. Well, you know, I think that says everything.
Lucy, what about you? You know what? You're such a piece of shit. I was about to say my favorite meme was based off gay yaoi, but I'm not gonna say that anymore.
The ultimate revenge.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
My favorite, I think mine is like. The thing is, I have two because like objection isn't really a meme, but it's the one that I see the most frequently, and I'm like, look, it's Ace Attorney. Like I'm always, it
That's
always makes me
true.
happy.
It's the one
Especially-
people who don't know Ace Attorney know.
Exactly, like it's like it's in unexpected places, and I feel like it might get people to like play the games, which I'm always all for. But I think one of my favorite one, which I've screenshot. I'll send it to you right now in the chat. But it really did make me laugh a lot. Wait, I'll try to send it as an image.
I see it. Wait, we need to describe this for listeners.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on screen.
Oh, okay. Well, in case people are like washing up or like on a bus, I guess you could look at it if you're on a bus. If you, this is only if you're washing up. If you're not washing up, stop listening.
Yes.
It says Phoenix. It says, well, this is the way to make a meme unfunny is to read it out.
Yeah.
Phoenix says, I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel, and Edgeworth's in front of him. And then the thing on screen is pistol. That is so... I've just ruined this so unfunny now.
It's hard to describe them. But
Yeah.
it's one of the ones that make me laugh. Also, they have great... On YouTube, they have like those video where they take like funny arguments and they turn it into...
Objection.lol.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the one about... there's like a dumb workout argument that I like a lot. Yeah.
I think I saw that. I saw something about like weeks, like how many days are in a week or something. Is that the same one? Yeah, that got me.
So those are my answers. What about Aris? Apart from gay yaoi?
Yeah, we know what it isn't.
That's not what any one of them anymore. I'm sorry. I heard the creator is an asshole. So,
yeah, I hear bad things about him. I've heard some shit.
Cancel Thomas Game Docs.
Yes, get it trending, people.
My favorite ones would have to be there's this account on Twitter which is Fitting AA Music.
Yes, I've seen that.
Never fails to make me burst out laughing. Like when I'm feeling depressed or sad, I just go on Twitter and go on that account, and I literally can't hold in the like laughter.
And then
it's
you
so
send
funny.
me like 16 attachments in our like group chat, and I'm bombarded.
I do
that with TikToks. I try not to send too many. I wish I got Ace Attorney TikToks showed to me. Like I don't think I'm in the right area of
It's a niche
TikTok.
category, but I feel like it exists.
My TikTok is very, very gay. Not. I don't post anything on TikTok, but TikTok. I don't post anything on TikTok. Never sounded older. I've never posted anything on TikTok. The point is, I need more Ace Attorney TikTok.
But yeah, that's like literally hilarious. But I also like this one. I sent it to you now.
You have to read that.
I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah, but people might be washing up. A podcast is an audio format. You need to accommodate the listeners.
Our listeners are not really into hygiene. If they're listening to me talk about like...
I think we've established before they were all hot people.
They are hot people, but if they keep like listening after I expressed my taste in men, I don't think they're hygienic, girl.
Yeah, but Wait. Not washing like having a shower, like washing up the dishes.
Yeah, I understand.
That's not hygiene.
Not washing the dishes is not hygiene.
No, hygiene is like yourself. Like hygiene would be like hair. Right?
Let me Google the definition of hygiene.
This is riveting.
This is incredible content. Hygiene, condition or practice conductive to maintain health or preventing disease, especially through cleanliness.
No, washing up is not hygiene. I just don't. Yeah, well, this is irrelevant.
Let us know in the comments. Do you think washing up is hygienic or not? Let us know.
No, I'm not saying that not washing up is hygienic.
So basically, Thomas is saying don't wash the dishes, and we're saying clean them up.
Just keep using your old dishes. It'll work out fine.
If you're listening, if you're a listener, and even if you're hygienic or not, we love you.
I don't.
Okay, there you have it.
I only love you if you're unhygienic. No, actually, Aris only loves you if you're unhygienic. I love you if you're hygienic. That's what we've established.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Line in the sand.
Are you joking? The nightly guy is so unhygienic. You can just tell. He's never showered in his life.
I will love my listeners, even if they are Bat, Apollo Justice, or Neil Marshall. I love all of them.
Because I can tell you for sure all three of those are hygienic men.
Bat worked at a fucking circus. What's hygienic about that bitch?
He'll make it hygienic.
No, he used to work amongst elephant poop. Okay? No.
He's an acrobat.
He put his head in a fucking lion's mouth.
That's true. Maybe he's not hygienic.
Could you imagine like lion's breath?
And
maybe he has great
Marshall,
breath. We wouldn't know. Unless you've smelled a lion, you wouldn't know.
Well,
Jake
I have a cat
Marshall.
and... I'm not saying my cat's breath.
Yeah, Jake... I'm not a big Jake Marshall fan. I will say that much. I feel like you have over-interpreted my love for Jake Marshall. I was saying
no, Neil Marshall.
Well, both of them. I mean, they look the same.
No, you said that you clarified it last time. You said you don't like him, but your mom likes him.
Well, not in that way.
No, not in like the way we're discussing, but you did say that Neil Marshall is hot.
He's a bit hot. He's not that hot. I don't know.
Okay. I also sent another meme in the chat.
I really like the one you
sent.
I
love that one.
It's so funny.
Is someone going to explain it? Well, I guess it will be on screen. Look, if you're washing up right now, sorry, I'm really sorry, but Aris says you have to stop.
I'll try to do it very quickly. It's Edgeworth pointing away and saying away.
Go away.
Go away.
Oh, is it not good? Oh.
That go is really crucial.
Mine was just like cut off. It was just like away, which made it funnier. I like this.
Away is kind of
away.
That kind of makes it different, but I feel like it's no less funny.
Only
maybe more
Lucy
funny.
Can misinterpret a 2-word joke.
My phone cut it off.
Perfect. So
this was my last question.
Yeah, we've reached the end of the podcast.
The end.
If anyone is still listening.
Which I doubt.
Absolutely, if anyone is still listening.
This has been a more... I don't know if this has been a better or worse podcast than last time. I'm not... It went into more sexual places than I was expecting.
No, girl, that's to be expected,
podcast.
It went into more places about Scooby-Doo than I was expecting. I didn't foresee that coming.
Unexpected. I feel like this podcast was very sinuous. Like, we took loads of complicated roads, but we ended up getting to the point.
But we've also managed to stay on track, honestly.
A lot more than last time. Last time was less on topic. I just think that the issue was the track wasn't that great.
What, last time?
This time I think that we could have cut out the nipple conversation. Is all I'm saying.
Absolutely not.
People could be eating food, and now they need to hear about the butthole of the guy. I can't even... The guy who claps, you know his name.
The guy who claps. Ooh. Damon Gaunt.
The guy who claps? The guy who
I love that. I think that should be his name now. The guy who claps.
The guy who claps.
Let's just hope it's his hands that are doing the clapping.
Clap, 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 clap. Okay. So,
Thank you for listening, people. Ladies, gents, and all in between.
And thank you, Thomas, for coming over once again.
It was very fun. I had a lot of fun. If you ever are looking for another guest, ask me.
If
we're looking for another guest, it will not be you.
Yeah, you need to pick. You need to pick someone your own age. I think that's the problem. I think you should pick someone from your generation.
A retirement home, is that what you're saying? And just
you're millennials, right? And I'm Gen Z, so
we are not.
Yes, you're like young. You're like at the young end.
Absolutely.
Wait, what's the date? Hang on. Millennial.
My fingers are shaking.
Yeah, because you were born before 2000. The millennium.
That's not it, babes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
She's got her definitions mixed up. Ladies and gents. I think it's like 1996 onwards is
But then why is it called millennial?
It's people who grew up during the millennial.
Because age groups, generalizing age groups is dumb and it's for incels like you.
What years were you born?
1999.
Okay, you're millennials. No, I mean Gen Z. No, you're Gen Z. You are Gen Z.
I mean, I do
not associate with the movement.
Gen Z. I feel like we're in a blurry scenario. Like we're kind of in
the
between.
Wikipedia says millennials, also known as Gen Y or Generation Y, are the cohort. Okay, starting as the 1980s, ending to the 1990s, but it also includes Aris and Lucie. It says that on Wikipedia, so...
Well, if Wikipedia says so, I guess it's the truth.
It's pretty trustworthy.
Yes.
Also, Gen Alpha is such a terrible Gen name.
Is it a Gen name?
What's Gen Alpha?
Is it the new ones?
The new one, because they ran out of letters. They got to the end of the alphabet.
Gen A.
Gen A.
It's Gen Alpha.
Gross.
No. I think they're going to go through Greek letters. I think it's going to be Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta.
The Generation Beta. I would be so sad for them.
Oh, they can't call it Generation Beta.
I know. It's depressing.
Yeah.
Generation Beta. Like, what's
Maybe they won't
like,
call it that.
what are the requirements? Be conceived through the ass? Yeah. So Lucy, what are you doing? What are you doing after this?
I think I'm gonna have my own little fashion show in my living room because I did bought some new clothes today and I need to try them on.
Did you buy sparkly underwear by any chance? Is your name Carrie Bradshaw?
Yes.
Got it.
What about you, Aris?
I am going to go block Thomas of all social media, and then I'm gonna go watch, because I'm nice at the end of the day, I'm gonna go watch a video which is about how Bowser's voice actor lost his voice when recording 3D World.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe before I go to sleep in bed, I'm gonna regret saying that anyone who's played DGS is pasta, because that was even too random for even me.
Is there something there I'm not understanding? I don't really understand it.
What?
Pasta.
DGS, anyone who played DGS is pasta.
I don't get it.
There's nothing to get.
That's just Aris.
It was a bit too
Tommy.
Aris of me, I'll admit. Like, I usually say disgusting shit, which makes like no sense, but it is kind of like, you kind of get it, but this time it did not make any sense, so I kind of take that back.
I like that it's stuck in your mind. You were thinking about it.
Girl, it was eating me up. Worse
Like it
than
was
hemorrhoids.
pasta.
Worse than hemorrhoids.
Sad.
What about you, Thomas? What are you doing
Yes.
after
What's your
this?
plan?
I'm gonna go and pee. I need the toilet so bad.
I'll tell you what you're not gonna do is what you did last week when we stopped recording and you ended the call simultaneously.
I thought that was what I was meant to do.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Well, thank you for tuning in. Please
Thank
let
you
us
for-
know if you
Yeah.
made it till the end. I'm genuinely
Yeah, thank you for
curious.
sticking around.
Yeah, please let us know. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Thomas, for coming once again. We'd love to have you around.
Lucy's
Compared
love
to
to
what
have me.
Aris is saying, he loves you too. Don't listen to a word he's saying. It's been a real pleasure. Here's to hoping for a third time. And bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, see you.
See you soon, everyone. Thanks for
Bye.
tuning in. Ciao.